Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hardly Heroes. How are two of my favorite players doing today?
I thought we were your favorite players last week.
It's fickle. It changes.
Oh shit.
Day to day.
Baby, don't be so needy.
Up last week.
Schrodinger's endorsement.
I'm doing good. Visited Peach in the hospital. She's feeling a little bit better, so hopefully she can come home in the next few days.
It's gotta be such a bummer.
Yeah, for real.
That's like a real hardship.
Yeah, it's like every fucking 2 months too. That it's like a week hospital stay. It's shit.
That's terrible.
It really sucks.
Yeah.
Thank God you're in Canada.
Yeah,
Good
we're in the
point.
United States, we'd be fucked in the ass.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I'm all right. Not been doing too much this weekend. I went out with some of Fran's family last night for dinner, which was nice.
Very nice.
Friday night, got Thai food. That's it, really.
Is Thai food good?
What do you mean, is
like
Thai food good? Have you never had Thai food?
I meant, was it good?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Not,
okay,
is it
sorry.
good? Thai food is good. Yeah.
The place it's from is like proper sketch looking.
That's
extra
good.
then.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah.
pretty good. All of the starters were really good. So like the fish cakes, the satay, the wontons, they were all great. And then we had pad thai, which was great. And then like I sometimes make this, I think it's like prad cow pao or something like that, but it's like chicken or pork mince with basil, chili, and garlic. And it's kind of like stir fried, and you have it with rice and an egg. And we ordered that, and that wasn't very good. So hit and miss.
Hit and miss. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I just had a pumpkin carving party yesterday. It was fantastic. We had a great time.
Can we see the best pumpkin? Yeah.
I didn't take any photos on my phone. They're on my wife's phone.
They're
Maybe
not
not.
still at the house.
Edit here to upload the pumpkins because we'll get them to you
Wow.
later.
Damn, yeah. The viewers now have a better experience than me actually
there
in
it
the
is.
conversation. Crazy.
Well,
I'm
we'll
sure
need to,
there's the fourth pumpkin right there.
yeah, we'll need to kill some time while pumpkins show up on the screen.
Good.
Oh, this is a great
Well, we
one.
could kill time by talking about the
good.
journey.
The pumpkins are gone now.
That was good.
Remove
Yeah,
the
we- all right,
pumpkins.
get the pumpkins out of here.
All right, all right. God, I hope I get those pumpkin pictures to him. So, where are we on our journey?
Wait, guys. In the comments below, write what you carved in your pumpkin this year and upload a picture.
true.
Thanks.
My
Actually,
God, that
yeah.
user
That's
engagement.
actually cool.
Unironically, yeah. Okay, let's go.
Okay, where are we? Because we're not in
Wait.
Kansas no more.
Remember to like and subscribe. Okay, now you can carry
Shut the
on.
hell up.
My
That was
God.
the last one, Neil. I promise. We can start for real now.
All right, everybody. What happened last time, and where are we? While I eat my Halloween candy.
We're on the journey. We're on the road. Apparently, we're about to go fight zombies, which is curious because Lights of Illumis did happen. So it's like, well, how are there zombies?
We've got a little retinue with us. We've got 2 demon slayers. We've got a female guide who's kind of associated with the pitmen. And then we've got the 2 of us. We're all on horses. I think we've just passed Copper Hill. We're on our way to Fort June to ravage the tomb of Count Vicious.
Yeah, we decided not to go visit Copper Hill, even though it looked
Hit it
like
on
there
the
was
way
stuff
back.
going on.
Yeah, we
We'll hit it
said.
on the way back.
Why'd you plan that? Skip.
Life of the DM.
I wanted to go, but yeah, you know, we can skip it. We can come get it on the way back.
I'll hit it on the way back.
We're on our way.
All right. Well, from here to Fortune, your new follower. I forgot to open up my notepad. Hold on. Notepad loading.
Bum, bum.
Very exciting.
Yeah, I don't think I made a note of the girl's name, if that's what you're looking at.
Which girl?
The girl that's guiding us,
Angelica.
Angelica.
That's the name.
She's in our party.
Oh, wait,
of
that's right.
NPCs.
Yes, I forgot about that. The scout.
And then we have Jong and Reach. Not
There
Cheech
you
and
go.
Chong. Jong and Reach.
Jong and Reach. Right?
Reach and junk.
Nobody even knows who Cheech and Chong are. Okay.
Don't reach for my junk. Without permission, at least.
Angelica tells you that it's about a day or so between Fortune and Copper Hill. if you just set out at the beginning of the day. Considering you've already spent half your day traveling, you'll probably get about halfway to Fortune, maybe a little less before you have to camp tonight.
Okay, wait. Are we still by Copper Hill? Because for me, this is a great reason to stay in Copper Hill and then go to Fortune the next day. That way we don't have to camp out in the zombie lands.
You'll have to camp out either way.
Oh, okay.
Then there we go. We just keep going.
Okay, then. We keep going.
So,
Do you want a die roll?
not yet. I want to tell you that you're traveling alongside a river. The river's on your left side, which is also the west side. So to your right is the east, where the sun will rise. To your left is the river, where the sun will set eventually. And the area is sort of grassy. A couple of trees here and there, especially along the riverside, but mostly it's a big open plain. And there's a dirt trail that you're on. Your horses kick up dust behind you. You can see a couple of prints here and there, but they're pretty scattered. Just some wagon ruts that run through the earth here, letting you know that this is a fairly well-used trail, and sticking by it should do you pretty good.
Okay, wait. There's not a real road.
No. We're not on the road.
No, there's a trail, which is the closest thing you're going to get to a road. Yeah.
Oh. And there's no guards patrolling these roads.
No.
Nick's
Why
so
not?
confused as a British man. He's like, what do you mean?
Who are you asking? Are you asking the DM or are you asking someone in character?
No, I'm asking
Ask
you as a
Angelica.
DM.
Angelica,
No, but I'm...
where are the guards
knows?
at?
Yeah, why is there no road here?
What do you mean?
Well, there was a real... Correct me if I'm wrong, there was a real road to Copper Hill.
Yeah.
So
Where is
why
it
is
now?
there no road to Fortune?
I don't know. What do I look like, the queen?
God. I knew that Stromheim was the capital, but I didn't realize that everywhere else was so uncivilized.
Yeah, we get good educations there.
Yeah. Well, is it safe, Angelica?
No.
What do you mean, no?
It is
Like-
not safe.
Yeah, but what's not safe? Like, what is there? Got bandits?
She pauses her horse
Does
and
she know
looks
how to
over
do
at
that?
you.
I
And
look
looks over at the
over at her.
others. I'm sorry, I was under the impression that you knew this wasn't a safe place, and when I told you that there were zombies here, I thought that underscored to you that this was not a safe place.
Well, I understood that.
Should we turn back?
No, no. No, I'm not scared of... do I look like I'd be scared of zombies? I'm not scared of that. I just meant, like...
You
as
should
well as
be,
the,
says Reach.
As well as the... Well, you should be Reach. You're the one with the sword and the armor.
What, you think you're just standing outside of the fight?
No, that's not what I said.
Are you pissing everybody off, Luther?
Pigeon, shut up. I'm just saying, is it just the zombies, or is there, is there other problems here? That's all. Is there monsters?
Yes.
Okay, good. Just a bit of variety. I just because zombies, like you said, they're slow. It's boring. Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay. The party can progress forward.
I
On
look
your
over
dirt
my
road.
shoulder, a little bit worried. I look into the distance and the plains.
Yeah. Well, behind you, the metallic hills begin to recede. The golden sea gets ever closer and ever closer. The little dirt trail that you're on with the wagon ruts soon splits, and there's a signpost. One sign points along the way that you're heading, that says Fortune. Another sign points at the turn here, the little fork in the road. That says Galactica that way.
Galactica?
I blanked on a name, and there was a Milky Way bar in front of me, and I tried to say Galaxy, and it came out as Galactica because I was watching Battlestar
Holy
Galactica
shit,
last night.
Galactica's awesome.
That is a sick movie, man.
That is
What
a sick
movie.
place. I need
Yeah.
to go
Yeah.
there.
No, there's bad naming decisions.
As we stop at the crossroads, I shuffle up to Reach and I say, "So you've fought zombies before, Reach?
Yeah, I've fought zombies before.
Do you think they could be like in the river?" I look down at the water.
Shakes his head. No. Moving water, flowing water like a river, it's hostile to undead life. They can't cross
yeah?
it. They will get in, they'll get swept down, they'll get ripped apart. Skeletons will just fall to pieces in them. Yeah. Zombies, no way.
Cool. How big is this river? Could our horses jump it?
No, your horses could not jump it. You'd have to.
Would our horses die if we tried to wade through it?
You have no idea. You are a city boy It's a river. You don't have a swimming proficiency, I think.
I gauge it though. Does it look fast flowing?
Wait, I can't swim on this fucking guy. God damn it.
I think what we're getting at, you're getting at questions about the safetiness of this river, and I want to impress upon you that your character's never been in a river before. The river to you looks extremely dangerous. It looks like it will kill you if you go in it, because your
Just don't go in the
character's
fucking river.
never had any river experience.
Yeah, that's what I consider as
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. It looks pretty dangerous. Okay.
It looks dangerous. It looks like it would be wide to cross. You can't see the bottom. It's definitely moving. And there's like a cliff on either side. So you'd have to like go down into the river and then cross and then climb up the cliff on the other side. So it looks brutally impossible.
Potentially better than getting eaten alive, though,
Maybe.
as a thought. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we carry on. I take a drink of my water or whatever, and then we carry on back down on the trail.
Jong will point down the side road and ask Angelica what's down there. And she shakes her head. I don't know. I just lived in the city. I visited a couple villages nearby before I left.
What
I
do
don't
you know
know
about the city?
There's a mesa with a castle on it and a wall that goes around the city. And next to the city is the river, but by the city, the river is really far down. It's like 100 feet down, like a sheer cliff. Like the river gets lower and lower as the Golden Sea stays the same. And so Fortune is right up against this cliff that drops into the river. And there's a wall around it, and then the mesa with the castle.
Maybe we could climb that cliff. Maybe that's our way in.
But there's a front gate.
Oh, I nod.
Oh.
Remembering that these people aren't all in the mission, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
They don't know about the mission.
The party
we
can
keep going. So,
progress forward.
is there anywhere nearby to camp, Angelica? Do you know anywhere safe-ish, safer, easily defensible?
She shrugs. I've only really gone this way a couple times. She shakes her head. I don't know. I don't know where we're gonna be when the sun goes down.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, let's start looking for a good spot here.
Yeah.
You know, look early and maybe we'll find a good one, and then we can just hit the hay tomorrow on there.
Pigeon
Well.
says words.
You enter an area that gets pretty wooded, like the trail alongside the
Ideal.
river. The woods get a little bit thicker. They provide some line of sight blockers, make it a little harder to find you. You're not going to be like a beacon out in the middle of the plains where people can see from far away. Is this a better or a worse camping spot?
It's worse.
Yeah, my feeling is maybe we camp outside the forest, like, 100 yards outside the edge of the forest.
Because you
Well, that
want
backs
to
to
be
the
seen
river.
from a
Out
far
of character,
distance?
it's worse. I don't know what Pigeon thinks in character yet. I got to think about it. The reason out of character it's worse is because the forest is probably what is causing the zombies not to get fucking
Killed.
killed. So camping in the forest, there's gonna be fucking zombies everywhere. But in character, I
No,
don't
because
think
it's
we're
zombies.
afraid
They-
of humans. Yeah.
Yeah, the zombies will sneak up on our camp from all directions, and we won't be able to see them coming. Like, if we're out on the plains, we can at
I
least
think
see
the
them
plains
coming.
is better. Yeah.
Regardless of the Light of Illumina stuff. Like, I don't think we know
Yeah.
about that, but
No, I don't think so.
zombies in the forest are going to sneak up on us much easier than zombies in the plains.
I mean, if it's dark outside, are you going to be able to see them at all?
Well, have a big fire.
How far does the reach of the fire extend?
I don't know, Neil. Maybe we'll make a couple of fires.
We'll camp close.
Maybe we'll make a couple of fires.
All right. Okay, I'm just
We'll camp
asking
near the wooded.
questions.
We'll camp near the wooded parts, so we have access to good wood to make fires.
Yeah.
But in the plains.
Okay. Well, it takes maybe an hour to get through the woods, hour and a half, something like that. But on the other side of this twisting, winding path that rolls through the woods, you do come across a nice little clearing. And right here is a little village, or what the remains of a little village. It's definitely,
Less good.
it seems unpopulated. It seems abandoned as you approach it.
This looks like a good spot.
I point to
Yeah.
the barn.
What do you think? This
What do
always
you
been
think, Cheech
abandoned,
and Chong?
Angelica?
I don't know everything, but yeah, this place was abandoned the last time I came through.
So you do know everything.
It's not lost on me that this is creepy as fuck.
Did we already pay her?
Yes.
Okay, good.
So is this outside of the woods?
This is
village?
outside of the woods, maybe a couple hundred yards. There's some stone walls that worked as animal pens once upon a time. There's some houses made of wood or mud brick. A couple have like half the walls being made out of stone. The thatch in a few of them has collapsed. You can definitely see areas where some of the building has like tipped over as if a large thing bumped into the building. The whole building just like fell to its side because of poor construction. There is a church here with a bell tower, but the wooden shingles on the bell tower have all sort of sloughed off. So it just kind of looks empty and abandoned.
All
This
right,
village is
I
home to
ride
maybe
into the-
100 houses. Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, okay. I ride into the middle of town with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Is the
And then
bell
I-
tower? Is there a bell up there still? Sorry.
You can't see from here, but you could climb the
Okay.
tower and find out.
Let's clear some of these buildings out and make sure it's safe, right?
Why don't we stay in up there?
I point to the bell tower.
Yeah. That sounds good. What about the horses?
Does the bell tower have an entrance?
You guys take your horses over towards the church. You will find a set of doors on the church, like a double set of doors there that are open. Dust and sand and wind and debris has blown
sake.
itself into the church. It looks pretty open, looks pretty empty. You can see the pews. There is a bell tower that rises from one side. And it sounds like Pigeon goes into the bell tower to look for the entrance, or goes into the church to look for the bell tower entrance. So you get off your horse and
Sure.
walk in.
Well, let me narrate it. God damn it!
Okay.
I get off my horse and I'll go to the front door that's open,
Okay, wait. Hang on.
and I will.
Hang
listen.
on. We all ride up to the front of the church.
Yeah.
You jump off your horse
horse?
to check it out.
Correct.
I turn to Reach and say, one of you should go with him.
Reach will slide off his horse.
Okay.
Put a hand on his sword, not drawing it, and walk behind Pigeon.
All right, I'll tell
Okay.
him to, fucking be quiet. And then I will move silently.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to do it? Because you always think you're moving silently.
Right. What is
You
your?
want me to
Just tell
roll
me
it?
your chance, and I'll roll it in
13
secret.
is my roll.
All these dice look alike. Okay, here we go. 13 is your percentage chance. Oh no, it's a D20 plus 13.
Yeah, it's
There we
D20
go.
plus
Okay.
13.
Okay.
And then there's modifiers and shit.
Right.
whatnot.
I got the modifiers in my head. Yeah, you think you're moving silently.
I'm gonna listen to see if I hear anything, and I'm gonna kind of like wave Luther over to like listen as well. We can just take his since it's cringe to do 3 rolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think I'm staying outside.
Okay. I'll eavesdrop.
What's your eavesdrop chance?
I rolled it if that's okay.
Yeah. You listen. You can hear a little bit of breeze picking up late in the year, but no sounds of voices. Only the horses making some grunting or neighing.
I'm looking around. Just before you carry on with that, describe to me my situation. Are we in a bit of a square? Is there buildings? Is there streets that I'm
You are
looking at,
on
or-
a street. You're actually like at a crossroads in the village. Back a little ways where you've come was the main town square where you'd have like markets and people hanging out and socializing. This is just off of that a little ways. The church is on the corner here. The bell tower is like the most corner section of that intersection.
Okay. I'm just checking my back. I'm looking around. I'm waiting for something to come out of these houses and try and kill me. So
Okay.
I'm on edge.
On edge.
I'm alert.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pigeon. There's just the sound of the horses in the wind.
Okay.
And
I think I'm
the
moving
creaking metal.
silently.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask for a torch to be lit.
In the daytime?
I mean, I assume in the inside, is there like windows? Can I see inside? I guess is the
Yeah,
question.
it's a church. It's got big old stained glass windows. Plenty of light spills in through the windows and through the front door, so you can see the inside of the church pretty well. It's just empty with pews.
Okay, I will move in silently and take a good look around.
Yeah, you can walk through the area. It looks pretty abandoned, and the backs of pews are still little woodblock placards where hymns have been written. Not that you could read them, and then sort of like stamped onto something. It just
Is there anything locked?
You walk up to the front. You go to the altar. The altar looks like someone has already busted open the little compartment underneath and taken everything out of it. You can go take a look at the doors on the back of the church and find that some of them are open and some of them have been busted open. The whole place looks ransacked, like someone's come through and stolen everything.
Okay. And is there a door to the top?
Yeah, up by the front, there's a little winding staircase, a wooden staircase that just wraps up the inside of a tower. It's a little bit darker on the staircase, but there's still windows up top, so like enough light filters through that you can see you're alone on the staircase.
Okay, I will do like I'll take like the hilt of my dagger and I'll bang on the door a little bit, like trying to make sound at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm listening again.
That's just the sound of the dagger.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll kind of wave the party in and say,
Seems clear, but I gotta go up to the bell tower if we want to stay up there. We could move these pews against the door and bring the horses in for the night.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, I leave my horse
You guys
inside
do the
of
horses. I'll go check upstairs. Come with me, Reach.
Yeah, all right.
All right.
I'll
The two
continue
of you scale the stairs one step at a time, the wood not creaking very much beneath your weight. It's a well-built staircase. You get to the top. There sure as heck is a bell here with a rope still attached to it that you could ring if you wanted. And a great view across the town, out over the forest, far off to the Golden Sea in all directions. You can still see the metallic hills from here a little bit. Yeah, it's great. It's a nice view.
Okay. Does it look like this is enough room to like camp for the night?
There is room for like 4 people to lay up here on the bell tower. There's sort of like a walkway that goes around, and you could put one person on each of the sections of the square walkway. Maybe
What if someone didn't
Angelica
wanna
could
lay? What if they kind
curl
of want
up.
to like crouch and like like
Sure, if you
kinda
want to
like
sit. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to sleep sitting up, you could easily fit the 5 of you.
okay.
My feeling is that we sleep on the ground floor with the horses, and if we have to abandon the horses, then we can run upstairs to the bell tower. But like, why would we separate ourselves from the horses? You know?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get how many feet do I think it is around, like from the top of the bell tower to the ground.
From where your feet would be at the bell tower, or like the apex of the roof?
From the top of the bell tower, if I wanted to take a rope,
Mhm.
tie it, and bring it all the way to the bottom, how many feet do you think that is?
The bell tower is probably 40 feet tall.
Okay, so we could like easily do 150-foot of rope if we needed to like escape from the top to the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tie a 50-foot piece of rope at the top of the bell tower, and I'm gonna leave the rope curled up here. So if we do need to escape, we can just drop it and then kind of go down.
Perfect. Done.
And we'll stay on the ground floor.
All right.
Cool, yeah.
I'll set up marbles because I have them at the front of the door.
Yeah, we'll
when
use the
we're ready
pews
to
to
go to bed,
barricade.
yeah.
We'll use the pews to barricade the doors, Neil. Is the wall integrity of the church fine?
Yes. The church, like some of the other buildings here, has stone that goes up to about hip height or maybe a little bit higher, depending on how tall you are. And then it has wooden construction from that up to the ceiling and then the roof.
Okay. But it's not like there's no like holes in the wall.
Except for doors and windows, which are intact.
And the windows are glass.
Stained glass. Yeah.
It's like thick. Hard to break.
Hard
Unless
to
you're an
break.
18 strength zombie, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
While they set up, I'm gonna do, if it's okay, a perception check This is the perception check to find hidden things and find the cool shit.
The perception check to find the cool shit, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
basically gonna go around and I'm gonna
yeah.
probably be the only
I'd like
one
to do that too.
inspecting.
I'm gonna
You
help.
probably shouldn't.
Well,
What?
he called it
Oh, okay.
first, so I think you
'Cause I
guys
have
are setting
the
up. You're moving
greatest
pews and
perception, yeah.
things.
Yeah, fine.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, well,
I just
you
meant
do.
that like we would probably the two of us try and look for like a hidden vault or something.
Well, you do find something cool very, very quickly, Mr. Mooton.
Okay.
You find there
Natural
is a down staircase
Fuck yeah. Knew it.
in the main church area, off to the left side of the altar. There's like a little bit of a partition, like there's some curtains that would hang to kind of segment off the altar from the doorways to either side. And on one side of one of these curtains is just a staircase recessed into the ground.
Does it look like it's like people have been through here? Footprints and shit? Dust?
No, the whole place looks abandoned. Looks all
Okay.
empty.
I'll kind of point to the staircase
I found something.
and I'll show everyone.
Reach and Jong continue to barricade the front door and start looking at other ways to fortify the place temporarily for the night.
We'll go
You
check
want
it
to
out.
check it out, Luther?
Yeah, let's go.
Don't do that, says Angelica.
Why not?
Why?
If there's anything down there, we need to know about it.
You know what's down there.
DM literally telling you there's fucking zombies down there, man.
It's
what the
a
hell are you
crypt,
doing?
says Angelica.
Well, they'll come out at night, won't they?
I don't know. It's not like there's zombies everywhere all the time. It's just sometimes they're there.
Right, so they might not be down there then.
There could be treasure, Angelica.
I think to myself, we're in a fucking small ho-dunk town. What the fuck is there gonna even be there for us? Besides, like, maybe, at best, what? Some gold?
Yeah, some gold, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I asked Reach and Jong.
Well, what do you two think? The split would be for all of us, so if there is something, you know, it's money.
We ain't grave robbers, kid.
Kind of
What do you think you're gonna find in this backwater of a village? Copper coins on some eyes?
I nod.
It's up to you, Luther. You want to go check it out? We may as well check it out for safety reasons.
I mean, or we could just barricade the place so nothing can get out. Put a few of those pews over the hole in front of the door. I'm just gonna have a quick
No.
look.
We should have a quick look just to see what's down there.
It was at this moment they knew they
Hey,
fucked up.
I did a wisdom check, okay? I couldn't,
Yeah, well,
couldn't help it.
Idiot's final defense.
You gotta
That's
play the
wisdom
character,
check.
man, and I did it. I think he is growing, but I don't think he's grown this much.
I think Luther shares a Pigeon's love of adventure, but he also seems to have a healthy fear of zombies that I feel like Pigeon is missing. Like,
don't
I
think
feel
I
like
do,
it's
Phil.
tempting fate, you know? Like, you're gonna go down there, they're gonna follow you out, and then we're gonna be fighting zombies. That's probably just what's gonna happen.
Come on, Luther, let's go.
I look back over my shoulder. I make my will check, okay? Since you started it, I'll follow suit.
Natural one coming.
Alright, guess we're going down. Guess we're going down.
You rolled a natural one. I mean, come on.
It's out of my hands at this point.
It's
chat.
out of his hands. It's out of
It's
my
out
hands.
of my
I rolled an
hands.
8.
There's nothing I can do about it. Well, you rolled an 8. I
I
rolled
got
a
a
1,
16. Yeah, you rolled a 1. What do you
so I've got no
do?
choice.
Okay.
Come on, Reach. Come on, Jong. We gotta clear it out.
We're gonna stay up here and barricade the upper area. You have fun in the crypt, kids.
I nod.
The two of you head down the staircase.
You have your armor on, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
And my short sword
I
just
bring
totally useless.
I bring a.
Wait,
I give Luther a torch.
is it possible that we know about how to fight zombies?
We fought skeletons.
I don't know what you're asking, so
He's
whatever.
asking. Yeah.
About
Whatever-
the head targeting thing.
If you think that hitting a zombie in the head is going to improve your chances in this campaign, you go right ahead and you make those called shots.
All right, fine. If you want to play like that, fine.
Classic.
I find a club.
You head back up and break a chair leg or something
No.
to get... No?
It was a joke. I don't.
Oh.
I would like to, though.
Oh.
It would benefit me.
Well, you head down the 15-foot staircase. Maybe a little bit more. Almost 20 feet. There's a good 6 feet of earth overhead for you now. 8 feet of earth overhead. As the stairwell levels off. Still a nice stone floor and heads forward, underground, probably out back, the backside of the church. The two of
I
you
look at
proceed.
I look at Pigeon. This is his idea.
Yeah, I listen carefully. Since
Still
it's
is
me
the
and
grave.
Luther,
Can we light a torch?
yeah,
Yeah.
we already did. I thought.
light a torch.
I
Who's
told
got
you
it?
to light one. Luther has it.
I've got torches. Yeah.
I've got 2 daggers in my hand. I have the magic dagger in one hand to throw, and I have a regular Carlo Vallejo probably dagger.
Mm-hmm. And Nick,
Looks
you've got
expensive.
a short sword and a torch, or what?
Yep. Short sword and a torch.
All right. You head down into the crypt.
Wait, we have a bullet lantern. Just take that. Unless you want to take a torch, it's up to you. I don't care.
I'm gonna take the torch.
All right, cool.
Immediately, you can see that the walls have little slots for bodies, much like what you found underneath the ruins in Stromheim. Long slots where you would put a body in feet-wise, lengthwise, not necessarily across. And these have little wooden placards over them with names inscribed on the placards, kind of chiseled
Any
out.
names with the last name?
You can't read. You're completely illiterate.
I check some of these. There's bodies in there.
You go to like pull the placards off, and they're attached. They must be nailed in or glued in, or somehow they don't like pop off easily.
Okay.
You could probably try and pry them off.
No. That makes me feel better. Good.
Okay.
I like an arachnophobe walking into a garage.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for exposed bodies.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
Well,
scared of zombies. So I'm looking for potential zombies.
After about 20 feet, the path forks, and you hit like a 4-way intersection where there have been a couple of bodies so far, and then you get a path that goes left and right, and one that continues straight forward in front of you. Your light radius in your torch isn't great, but you can see a couple of more, top, middle, and lower row bodies slots in the path in front of you. The path to your side seems to not have any corpses on it, and everything seems to be sealed up nice and tight.
Which way do you want to go?
To left or right, you said?
Or forward.
Or forward? Left or right had no bodies, you said?
Yeah, there was just pathways underground. Narrow pathways. I should
Hey.
also note that all of these paths are narrow. They could fit one person in front and one person
you
in
need
back.
to start
No
keeping
room
track of
for
the
side
way
by
that we're
side.
going then to get out. So the way I'm gonna do that as well is I'm gonna take a marble, and I'm gonna leave like a marble behind at every intersection with the way that we went. Does that make sense?
I would like you to demonstrate. If we are looking in the top right corner of this map, let's say you're coming up from the bottom on this little. You see
Top
the
right corner.
Yeah. Right. So,
So
the
if
party
we're
was
coming
coming
through-
this way.
So where's my token? So say we're here, right? We're like in the middle. Do I do
Mhm.
control to move it where I want?
Alt.
No. I would leave the marble where we just came through. So
Okay.
let's say we go up and over this way. I'm gonna leave the marble here as like a. You come to now we come and we look and then there's the marble and then we go that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The marble
is
is
it a
in
dirt
the.
floor?
It's a dirt. It's
I'm gonna also
stone
do-
right here, actually.
I'll dig a little bit of the ground up or something. Is there a place that I can place the marble that it's not gonna fucking roll about a ton?
The stone is met in the middle with some grout. So there's sort of like the rounded stone bits, and then
Yeah.
like tile on a floor. You've got
I'll like
little
smash
crevices.
it a little bit into the grout.
Okay. The grout's pretty hard. The marble won't smash into it. You can find a spot where you're reasonably
find
sure
a
it's
spot,
not going
right?
to roll. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll just leave it there then.
So which way are we going?
Which way do you want to go?
I'm asking you. Left or right is my preference, but
if I were to put magic items somewhere, I would go right down the middle. Go to the middle.
you want to go in the middle? This is where the more bodies are.
They're always Nick. They're always down the middle.
Fuck's sake, man. We're gonna die down here. I say that in character. We're gonna die down here, Pigeon.
Well, you want to go back?
I look back at the light cascading down from the
Another will
stairwell.
check. Come on.
Okay.
No, they're not ready yet.
Well, I
He's
feel
not
like
ready yet.
that one might have been a fear check, though. You know.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not gonna bitch out. We should go back. Out of character, we should go back. Let's keep going.
All right, we'll go up through. We'll go straight.
Yeah. You pass.
Oh wait, I'm looking for traps.
We're taking our time down here then.
Yes.
We're going slowly.
We're going slowly.
You're looking on the walls for traps. You're looking on the floors for traps.
I'm mainly looking on the floors, but yeah.
Testing those little nameplates to see if any of them like spring open anywhere.
Yeah.
Checking for hollow spots.
Correct.
Getting low to the ground to see if there's anything that like sticks up or if the ground's sort
I'm
of...
looking for like a wire that's gonna trip me, and then open all these, and then zombies are gonna pop out. Yeah, I'm checking for traps. We're taking our time. And I hope at some point they're gonna be like, "Hey, barricaded, come on, bedtime," and then we turn around.
You're just looking for the NPCs to bail you out.
Well, I mean,
Hear ya. No, it's
that's every
okay.
campaign.
Let's just hope that, you know, you don't get so far down here that they can't hear you. You can't hear them. Yeah, you proceed down this path, going nice and slowly, checking for traps. You find none. Nameplate after nameplate, often quite old, sometimes fairly new. As you proceed, walk 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 feet down this path, passing what must be centuries, maybe millennia of villagers down here. You've come eventually to another four-way intersection.
God damn, this fucking place is huge.
Can we move our thing and create a map or no?
I've drawn a map.
You drawn a map?
Okay.
You're doing a map
Good,
in
good,
your
good.
head. I don't want to give you an official
Well, we've
DM
only gone
sanctioned
straight.
map.
We've only
We've only
gone
gone straight so far, yeah.
Yeah, and
Another four-way.
another four-way.
He wouldn't ever expect us to go straight again, Nick. Ain't no way. We got to go straight again. That's
We've
what
gotta
I
keep-
would want to do.
We've got to commit to the straight.
We got to
Okay.
commit to the bit, yeah. We go right down the middle.
Well, you keep going, and the nameplates look like they're getting newer and newer. And eventually you come to a spot where there are slots in the walls, but there are no nameplates.
Okay, so this is just the end.
Now we turn back. Right
Okay.
here.
We go
I mean,
back,
the
yeah.
path continues forward.
Oh, I know it does, but we turn back here.
Okay.
Wait, but where does it keep going if there's no more bodies?
Right.
Into
it's
the
probably
darkness?
Going, yeah, we should probably keep going forward. You're right.
Yeah,
Pigeon
'cause that
goes to
could be-
turn around, and then you're just like, well, that's where the shit's going to be. And I'm like, oh, yeah. All right. I will hear and ask the better one to listen carefully. Luther, listen. You hear anything?
Am I better at listening than you?
Almost certainly. I've put nothing into anything besides climbing walls and lockpicking.
I've got a 1, a 2, and a 3, boys. So
Okay, you got the bad rolls out of the way. That's good for later.
yeah.
It's quiet. You head down this path. The empty slots on either side of you, I'm assuming you poke your head in a few of them just to make sure
Yeah,
that there's...
Just to check.
Yeah, they're all empty. There's no corpses here. You
They
get to
can't
the
have just
end.
dug forever. There's got to be an end. Yeah.
No, it proceeds another maybe 50, 100 feet or something before you just hit a two-way intersection or a three-way intersection, a dead-end wall, but the path goes left and right again.
Oh shit. Okay.
I check this. This is what they'd want you to think. I check the wall straight ahead.
The earthen wall feels like
Yeah.
dirt.
Oh, an earthen wall.
Yeah, it kind of
Yeah, it's
crumbles
just-
in
they
your
just- it's
fingers.
just-
Yeah, you're right.
But if we go
So
left and right,
it's gonna loop around.
yeah.
Certainly,
But
right?
do the left and right walls also, are they earthen walls, or
Yeah.
are they? Is
It's
the whole
all
thing down
earth.
here earthen walls? Yeah.
Yes, you left. There
Okay.
was a stone walkway for the first 20 or 30 feet, and then it just became earthen. And you couldn't quite tell if they stopped paving it or if just the process of people moving around had tracked so much earth. Like maybe under an inch of earth where you are right now, there's some stones, or maybe
Okay.
it's just
We go left.
Okay. Good.
Yep. You go
You
left.
would never expect us to go left.
You walk for a little ways. You see some more open tombs on your left and right sides as you walk.
Open meaning.
Open and empty.
Okay.
Is there any wood on the ground? Anything
Nope.
busted?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Yep.
Nick, there's nothing down here.
You keep going until you just hit a
There's something down
90-degree
here.
left turn.
Okay. Yeah. Good. All right. We track it back, and
you
I hope
track
to see
on
a
that?
two-way intersection soon.
You do come across a three-way intersection with,
Yeah.
some.
See the marble?
You're starting to see
No, not yet. Not yet.
wooden plaques once again over corpse spots.
Okay. We take a left here and just track back to the central path.
Yep. You track right
And then
back to
go-
the
and
central
then-
path. There's your
Okay.
marble. You pick it back up.
No.
No.
Because this is
No.
the first intersection. There should be another intersection before we get back to the marble.
I was
I-
placing a marble at each intersection.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's go back to the wall we were just at and carry on down this side. So we
Okay.
get back to the middle, we turn back around and go back to that wall, and then we take a left. Now going back.
I don't
towards
know
the
what that
entrance.
wall is.
Show him your drawing. I'm sure if it tracks, it'll make sense to him.
Yeah, we started at the top,
Yeah.
went down all the way to the bottom,
Yeah.
and then we went left
Yeah.
down to here. We went
Yeah.
up that
Yeah.
intersection. We tracked back to the middle,
Yeah.
but now I want to go back to the left-hand side and path out that this bit on the wall here, up here.
So
Yeah.
you hit the end. You started to do a loop. You got back to the middle. You want to go back to that looping section that you were doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. So you turn around. You just do a 180 and you head back until you get to that T intersection. Once again, there's corpses with little nameplates over them all over the place.
All right, yeah, we take a left here and hope to catch back to the.
Yep. They
Near where the
hand up
entrance is.
a 90-degree turn, just a little left turn again. Track that back until you come to a place where the earth gives way to stone walkways. There's a marble, plenty of little name plaques.
Okay.
All right, and then
Look
we
at-
check the other side, right? We've started now. We might as well finish mapping it out. No, why not?
Luther, do any of these names have last names? Because that means they're noble.
Listen, I don't really want to break into any of these tombs.
Do they have locks?
They're closed for a reason. Pigeon.
I look, Neil. Is there any locks?
They're not locked. There's just like
They're
a little
nailed
wooden
shut.
plate.
Okay, yeah, that I'm gonna leave alone.
Yeah, fuck that
If
shit.
there was a lock, all right, we can keep mapping it out.
Let's
Yeah.
map out the other side, Neil.
It works out exactly like you expect. Yep.
Yeah. All right, cool.
All right, we go up.
Leave it. Fuck that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You go and collect your marbles. You start to head back out, and then you get to that
white
staircase. Only someone has managed to stack a couple of pews blocking the staircase.
Come on, you bastards. Hey! Let us out.
It's quiet.
Just move them.
What do you mean it's quiet?
You yell, "Hey, let us out," and no one responds.
They're fucking with us. Just move the goddamn staircases. You're strong.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I move one of the pews out the way. Do you want a
You
strength check?
move. Yeah, you can shove the pews.
Boom.
And then there's kind of a chuckling as they help you move the pews from above and laugh at themselves. You
It's real
struggle
funny,
to get out.
guys.
Yeah, there's nothing down there anyway.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of empty. Well, like they nailed shut.
It's kind of weird
Tombs.
that they nail the tomb shut, which is strange.
Once you're up, though, Reach and Jong do move the pews back.
Yeah,
And kind of
as they
shove
should.
it
Yeah.
down the stairwell.
Cool.
Cool.
I check out the state of the barricades.
Yep. The front door has had some pews stacked across it. One of the pews was broken and like boards slotted in between the handles of the door. So if someone were to try and open the door, there's like a bar across it.
there like
in
a
the process, they've
stone-
desecrated a little bit of the church.
That's all right. Is there like a stone lectern or something?
Mm-hmm.
All right, can we get that moved over? Is it possible to move?
Maybe. It's pretty big. It's pretty heavy.
That's the one that I want to move to where the fucking staircase is.
Oh, they just shoved up like a couple of pews because it's a narrow walkway, right? So they just shoved 2 or 3 pews and stacked them on top of each other.
Yeah, but if we're able to get out, which we probably would have been, you know.
I also think that's worth moving the lectern to see if there's anything below it anyway.
Agreed.
Hey, strong guys, move that lectern.
I'm the strongest guy here.
Put it over
help you
here.
move
I
it.
point to the stairs.
Just throw it down there.
They look at the heavy lectern. They look at the staircase. It's gonna be a bitch
We
to
don't need
haul
to
it
move-
down there, dude. That's gonna
Let's
be real
not put
heavy.
it down there. But let's just move it. I just want to see if there's anything under it.
The 5 of you gather around the lectern. It doesn't look like it comes up easily. It looks like it's sort of built into this ground. Someone
Oh,
looks
cool.
around for a pry bar or a chisel.
No, if it's built into the ground, then leave it.
It's not.
It looks
built
pretty
into the
heavy.
goddamn ground. Let's pick it up, Nick. Don't let him dissuade you.
Okay, fine.
Pick up the goddamn fucking lectern.
I Hulk it, Neil. I Hulk smash it.
What's your strength?
16.
You wrap your arms around the stone lectern and your muscles bulge, your face turns red, sweat drips
Angelica
from your
faints.
brow. But the lectern does not budge.
Is that with just him or with everybody?
That's just with him.
Okay.
Well, I didn't mean that I do it on my own. I just mean that, we move it. It can't be impossible to move it unless you're saying it's like.
I get the gang together and we all try and get it out of there.
It's several hundreds of pounds of stone, so it's a difficult object to move. And you get a bunch of people together and you all try to lift
it.
this thing, topple it, shove it over on its side or something.
See, this is where the shit is.
Mm-hmm. That's what you've said at every stage of this.
Sure enough,
adventure.
with the 4 of you trying, you can topple the lectern. The route that holds the stones together gives way under the mighty mass of your muscles, and it sort of topples to the side, breaks, and falls apart on the ground beneath you, breaking into like 4 large pieces and a bunch of smaller ones.
Not bad.
Fantastic. I loot the secret compartment.
Yeah, what's in the compartment?
Well, the very base of the lectern is still sort of seated on the ground and looks very solid. It sort of broke 6 inches up off the ground, or 1 stone up off the ground. It doesn't look like there is any sort of secret thing underneath the lectern.
I look at Reach and Jong and I shrug and say, best to be sure.
All
Sure
right,
of what?
let's move these and put them over there.
I point to the staircase.
Look,
The
kid,
broken parts.
we're not just gonna move stones everywhere.
I pull out 5
We're not-
gold.
Fuck
Leave
your
it.
gold.
It's fine.
We are
Leave
not
it.
your
Leave it.
servants.
Leave it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
God damn it, you're supposed to help us out here.
We're not
Pigeon,
your fucking
chill out.
slaves. What are you doing?
I'm not
He's-
calling you my slaves.
I
Go
take
move
Reach and
this.
Jong
Go do
aside.
that. Just shove stones around. Shut
Guys,
the fuck
guys,
up.
come on.
Who the fuck does this kid think he is? How old is he?
He's-
12?
He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. He's lashing out.
Then take care of him.
These guys are crazy. I'm gonna
chill,
murder
it's
these
fine.
guys.
Go make some food, or get Angelica to make us some food.
Look, we're doing a favor for the boss because he says that kid did something worth our time. All right, but we didn't sign up to take abuse from some, prepubescent little fuckwit.
How have I abused you? I just asked you to move a few things.
You're asking us to do dumb shit because you're scared. You're asking us to break our backs hauling stones around. Jesus Christ, do some work yourself.
I was there helping you, buddy.
All right, we've all got it out of our systems. Let's not fight. We need to be working together tonight. Pigeon, sorry, aren't you, Pigeon?
Yeah, real sorry.
There you go.
Feathers ruffled and then gently unruffled.
These guys are crazy. Nick,
Everyone
these guys
sits.
are insane.
You're the insane one.
They got asked to move fucking 3 things. And they flipped their lid. They're on the fucking roids.
They're going crazy.
Town guard on steroids? Town guard with a stick up their
With an
ass?
attitude problem? Who would
What?
have thunk it? Yeah.
Who would have thought?
All right, yeah. Well, we settle in for the night then.
Okay.
I am gonna murder these guys.
No,
No, I'm not gonna.
we're not going to
But I
murder
might.
them.
We'll see. Maybe on the way back.
Maybe on the way back. Yeah, we need them for now.
Yeah, for now they're useful.
How do you guys feel comfortable sleeping?
No, not really.
I feel comfortable.
Pigeon seems to have been dropped on his head as a child and forgot the innate fear that we should all have of walking corpses that are trying to eat you. So he's not scared. I think the rest of us probably are a little bit
No, I'm alright.
shaken.
Well,
The date in real time as well is not lost on me. Okay, so I'm just saying that. Yeah,
Halloween episode, yeah.
yeah.
well, night is long because we're at the end of the year. Here, it's somewhere
Dark
in
and full of
December or
terrors.
January. Yeah, it's late. A lot of hours of nighttime, not a lot of hours of daylight. And you know, in an area where the wind blows and things creak and it's sort of abandoned and like a door might blow or a branch might bend and it makes these creaking noises. And if you're on edge and already predisposed to being afraid, there's a lot of noises in the night that sort of jostle you or jolt you, or there's something that howls off in the distance just because it's a normal animal, just doing its normal animal howling. But like when those wolves start going off in the middle of the night, the environment's just, it adds to the spooky level, right? It's probably fine. It's probably just an ordinary pack of wolves doing their wolf howling.
How are the horses holding up?
The horses are pretty nonplussed. They would have liked some more food, but you brought them into the church as soon as you got here. And so they just, left their big old piles of horse shit on the ground as they stand around waiting. It's fine. They're not too bothered.
Good.
Yeah. Can I get a willpower check from actually a saving throw versus paralyzation and petrification from the two of you, please?
Perfect. Just what you love to hear.
Fail.
Fail.
Big success.
Excellent. Okay. So,
He's just doing fake rolls.
Yeah.
Luther, you have an appropriate and healthy fear of the dead and of the night and of the scary things.
Yes.
And I think that sort of fear and your acknowledgement of it helps you manage your way through the night, because you're afraid and there's scary things. And so you're already in a place of like calming yourself and trying to rationalize things and sorting it out. And you manage to go through the night, waking up a few times, but doing okay. Pigeon, in the night, you're already so confident that this is going to be fine, but you find yourself hearing things as you lay on the ground. Like underneath the stone, you hear what sounds like scratching underground. And you were confident as you started the night that there wasn't anything going on here. But as the night goes on, you swear there's something under the ground scratching.
I wake Luther up.
Luther,
What is it? What is it?
I hear scratching under the.
Shh.
Under.
Hey. Really?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
That's why they nailed them shut. It's
Oh
fine.
my God.
I hear it too, but it's fine. They're nailed in.
All right, I'm gonna stay over here.
Where's over here?
With Luther.
Yeah. You can sleep next to me.
I want to take a peek as well at the two dick bags. Do they sleep in their armor?
They have propped up. One of them has taken to the pews, is in his armor, and when you go to
Nice.
look at him, he's definitely not asleep.
That's an NPC right there.
Yeah.
Is in his armor, staying up the entire night.
Nice.
Definitely not comfortable sleeping.
That's main character. All right, good.
The other
Are they
one has
taking
taken.
watches or?
No one said anything out loud about it, but one of the NPCs took his armor off and is like huddled on the ground on his bedroll. The other's in his armor in a pew, like with his head down and his sword across his lap out of its sheath. And then like, as you guys move around, he kind of looks up and.
I'm gonna put on my armor at this point, and I'll probably go a little sleepless. I don't think Pigeon could sleep if he is hearing that shit. I'll even tell the guy,
I'll take the next watch.
that's up to him if he wants to.
He gives you like a tough guy shrug off, like I don't care.
I don't
Sort of. I don't need no one watching my back.
It's all right. These guys are mad right now. It's the beginning of our journey. At the end, they'll love us.
Yeah.
You do keep hearing, Pigeon, the sound of, wood creaking or bending, or when there's maybe the sound of a door slamming shut all of a sudden somewhere in the village. Just sort of sounds that happen when you live in drafty houses and a place is left abandoned without things being properly closed. Just things get knocked around a lot. When the sun rises...
Well, hold on. Don't skip there. What kind of night is it?
What would a chilly night?
No. Moon-wise or stars-wise. I don't think I need to go up. Because I might want to
go
go
outside.
Look at the bell tower. I might go take a look at what's going on.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But if he's gonna say like there's no moon and there's no fucking stars because it's near winter, like then I'm not gonna go check it out.
Yeah, well, I think we are in December, and so you're not gonna have much in the way of stars. But more to the point, it's kind of an overcast night.
Okay.
So definitely.
So if I go to the top, I won't be able to see shit.
You won't be able to see shit. It'll just be dark
then
everywhere.
I won't go. Yeah. All right, I'll stick down there.
Great. When morning comes, which it does, everyone can get up and shake off their little worries and fears.
Are we do a little break?
Yeah, the guards will get the horses, go get them fed, go get them watered. You guys can break down camp.
Angelica?
Angelica, is here. Mooton.
Yeah.
Blue Pigeon. As you're breaking down camp and looking around and everyone's, busting down the barricades they built the night before, you heard those scratching noises underground. And you take a look at that staircase area where you had shoved the pews and stacked them up on top of each other. And you could swear they've shifted. Like, they were stacked 3 on top of each other down that hole. The top one feels like it's been dragged deeper down the hole than when you left it. Maybe it slid down in the course of the night. But you swear that top one's moved.
I'm gonna go to Luther. Luther, you see that? And I'll point to the top one.
I walk back over there.
I think the zombies or something dragged it down there. You should leave a note on the outside of this church for people in the future.
Saying what?
Don't go in there, zombies.
Like I shrug. I haven't got any.
You could chisel it with a dagger. I got like 10 of them.
Okay. As we go out.
Now this is smart. Because if I was an NPC, or if I was a player character and I saw a fucking church that said like, don't go to the crypt, undead,
I would go to
the
crypt.
fucking crypt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you know that meme from The Walking Dead, but on the double doors of the church, don't open dead inside. Yeah?
Don't dead open inside?
Don't dead open inside. Yeah.
All right. Let's take our first break. We'll see you guys on the other side. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hardly Heroes. So, our party continues along the road from this village in the daylight, where it's nice and bright and there's not a zombie to be seen anywhere. It's great.
Nice and safe. Yep.
Are there
Nice
any
and
like
safe.
footsteps or anything through the village at night? As we're riding through, I just will take a perception check and see if there's anything that I can notice is like fucked up here.
I mean, the whole village is abandoned.
Okay.
He means like as it's changed from last night.
From last night, yeah. I didn't get a good picture, but
No, nothing obvious aside from that one pew that was shifted.
cool.
Yep.
All right.
We
cool.
leave our note and we get
So-
the fuck going.
We expect to get to Fortune today, I ask Angelica.
She nods. Yeah, we should get there today.
Great.
As long as we don't
Good thing we
dilly-dally.
got the horses.
You know somewhere where we can stay?
There should be a bunch of villages along the way. They shouldn't all be abandoned.
Okay, good.
So Nick, as we're on our journey, what is our plan? We have 3 NPCs who have no idea what the fuck we're here to do.
Yeah. I think we need to get into Fortune, stay in an inn, let everyone settle down a bit, and then when we're away from the Demon Slayers, speak to Angelica about the tomb.
Keep in mind, we told him that it was going to be past Fortune. Not that Fortune was our destination.
We told those Demon Slayers it was past Fortune.
Correct.
Why did we do that?
Because I didn't want to tell him exactly we were going to Fortune. But we can just easily just say like, oh, well, the guy's actually here. He must have moved, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I don't think we should well, they didn't seem very keen on grave robbing, did they?
No,
So maybe we don't want to loop them in.
I don't think so.
Maybe when we get to Fortune, we just say, all right, we hired you for protection for the journey. You guys can take a few days, do your own thing here. We'll,
Take a
when
week,
when we need you, we'll meet you back at the inn for the journey back.
Good.
That seems fair, doesn't it?
Yeah, that seems really fair.
Yeah.
All right. You get a couple miles down the road, and there's another village that's coming into view. But before you can really get to the village, you see a small cloud of dust being kicked up along the road in front of you, as if someone is coming towards you. And sure enough, after a little while, you can see what looks to be 3 people on horseback, or 3 horses with a rider each, coming down the trail in your direction.
Armor banners?
I think nobody except for Pigeon could tell what's going on these people, but you can see the glinting of sunlight off of what must be like a sheet of plate mail or maybe a shield or something on one of the lead horses. So they probably have some sort of armor.
Their horse has armor.
Just stay out of their way.
We need to get the hell out of their way.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just walk. If they're charging down the road, Neil, we'll just come off the road.
They're
to let
not
them pass.
charging. They're coming with some gusto, but I wouldn't call it like a sprint.
Yeah. Well, we make room for them.
You make room, but it appears that they're coming for you because they'll slow as they approach you. When they get to much closer range, you can see that sure enough, yes, the person in the front does have a breastplate and a shield and a nice helmet, and the shield has an emblem of a tree being split by lightning on it. And behind him is a pair of bodyguards, that have chainmail with shields and swords spears at their sides, which function as lances on the horses.
I would.
I assume this tree split by lightning. I don't recognize that.
You don't recognize it.
Yeah, as Pigeon waves, I take a few steps forward on my horse to be the one to be addressed.
The lead rider will pull up and sort of tilt his spear in the air in like a hello sort of gesture and
Howdy.
call out to the 5 of you. Greetings, he says in a thick foreign accent.
Hello. How can I help you?
I am Keltai. These are my lands. I am here to greet you and make sure you are not brigands.
Yes, of course. Well, I'm glad to see that there's some protection on these roads. We had a very uncertain camp last night.
He'll push his horse a little bit forward from, hailing range to conversational range. His bodyguards will follow behind. He'll
Where
get
are you
within
from?
20 feet. These are my lands now, but I come from a county, a principality in the south of Drekis.
Knew it. These losers.
Congratulations, my lord.
I don't
Well,
know
I
how
can
things are done out here, but these are my lands, and I will have no crimes committed upon them. There's naught but open view for as far as the eye can see. And he takes his spear and he points back in the direction of the village. And he's like, points and talks to you about like a watchtower that he's got there. Upon the high tower in the village, we can see for miles and miles around. I may not be riding beside you the whole way, but rest assured that we are careful to watch those who come through these lands. Do not think this easy pickings for banditry.
Of
I
course
see you
not, my
have
lord.
no
You're-
supplies or wagons or goods to trade. Are you passing through or are you visiting my lands?
Excuse me, lord, but do your lands extend to Fortune? Are you the new count?
They do not.
Ah, well, we are passing through then.
Very good. Please avail yourself of services in town if you need.
Is he like shitty at speaking our language?
Yeah, I just can't do the accent.
No, that's
Yeah.
fine. Pigeon kind of chuckles to him chuckle fucking his way through our beautiful tongue.
Of course. Is it your village, that one? On the horizon?
Yeah, that's my village.
Fantastic. Oh, okay. All of a sudden I feel less inclined to speak to this guy. Great. Well, we'll probably just head on straight to Fortune, but if we need anything, we'll definitely stop in.
Good, good. Be on your merry way, travelers, he says.
Do you
and
stay
he'll-
there? Can we
I
come
give
for
him a nod.
dinner?
Ignore him. No, we'll
There's
we'll
a
carry on.
fine tavern in the village that would be happy to host you for the night.
We've just set off, so we'll carry on. But good day to you.
Good day, travelers.
All right, we carry on.
When they fuck off, I'll eventually, catch up with Luther to have a private conversation with him away from wandering ears and say,
These bastard Drakissians, they're bringing all their money over here. We should do a score on them.
That's a
They,
good
they, they
point.
killed a dragon, you know? We could get all that.
That guy didn't kill a dragon.
I shrug.
Someone did, and, the money has got to go somewhere.
Maybe on the way back. We don't want to blow our cover before we get to Fortune.
Maybe with the gang, too. We could just start going house to house and
Yeah.
taking
Now that
back what's ours.
Now that we know the way as well, we could.
I nod.
That damn watchtower, though.
Yeah, you're right. It's easy pickings out here. This is all new money.
Yeah, and they're
Strom.
shipping it over here.
Why are we wasting our time squabbling over the few coins that are left in Stromheim when all these rich bastards are coming over here with their pockets overflowing?
Maybe we could take their money and bring it back.
Yeah. We'd be helping the city out.
I'm sure
Okay.
that could unite, I'm sure, people would want to help us with that.
Yeah, maybe the Demon Slayers and the Pitmen.
They shouldn't be here. They don't belong here.
They don't, but they can't even speak the language.
You hear them chuckle fucking around in our language? I bet
Yeah.
you can't even read it.
Pigeon says without being able to read it.
Yeah, you're probably right. Pretty cool banner, though.
I nod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. Better than ours,
Do
So-
we have a banner?
No, we don't have any banners. You are seemingly
kinda
feeling
do.
comfortable in this area. Is this the sort of thing where you're going to be moving kind of carefully, or are you confident enough now that there's like a night on the road keeping it safe that you can move with haste?
Well, what do you
I
mean
think
by
we're moving
carefully?
with haste.
Well, by carefully, I mean when you had been going through the village, it sounded like there was a lot of poking around and pausing. And when
In
you were
the
going
village,
through
yeah.
the forest, there was a little bit of concern that there
Yeah.
might be zombies around, and so there was a little. I just interpreted that as moving
I
slowly
actually
enough
feel
that
like
you could keep your eyes
going
open.
as quick as possible is as safe as you can be, really. So,
Yeah,
we,
the only caveat is when we get near his village, I want to look for the place that we're probably going to rob one day, I want to see like, oh, he's got a big keep there. That's probably where he stays,
Yeah, well, as you pass by the village, because the village isn't actually on the edge of the river, and the road goes along the edge of the river, the trail goes along the edge of the river. The trail will split and head off towards the village. And you can see in the village there is a watchtower on a motte and bailey. It's like a wooden wall on a fake hill that has been built. And that's definitely where the count or noble man would live. And if the village is ever attacked, that's where the people would flee to with whatever they can carry in their arms to be safe from interlopers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Is the gate open?
Yeah, it's the middle of the day. The gate is open.
Good to know.
We carry on.
Yeah, we carry on.
Fortune.
Perfect. You carry on to Fortune.
Can I say that I would have remembered to get my 50 feet of rope?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank
That was part of breaking camp.
Yeah.
I need my...
That guy was nice.
Yeah.
He didn't even ask us for like a toll, because he could have done that.
He could have, but that would be underhand.
Be a little bit of banditry.
Yeah.
These are his lands, though.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I mean, if you want me to pay a toll, at least make a fucking road. Like, what are we paying for here?
To make the road.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What do you think you're paying for? Yeah, you're making the fucking road, man.
As you continue down the trail, you see another figure on the road. Now, earlier we had talked about the road between Stromheim and Copper Hill having a lot of people, and we weren't going to talk about them all, but I was going to call out the interesting ones. This section between Copper Hill and Fortune, I'm calling out all the encounters, which is to say there's basically been none. It's the one night, and now it's this person. Otherwise, the trail is quiet. The trail is empty, and maybe that's a time of year thing, right? The Golden Sea and the Fortune and all of this area is very agricultural in nature. And we're past the harvest season, so maybe there's just nothing to trade in or out. Or maybe it has to do with the fact that this is just such a remote area, or the roads are bad, or I don't know exactly why. But these trails are very quiet. And this person is the second person you've seen on the trail. And it's a man, maybe in his 40s. He's got
Wizard.
in one hand a walking stick with like a little knob on top and then the point below. But as he walks, you can see he's sort of like tapping the ground in front of him before setting it, and then tap, tap, set, tap, tap, set.
I point.
That's a wizard.
Hey, what's he doing? Is he blind? Does it look like he's using it like a walking stick for a blind person?
Yes, it does. It looks like a blind man following the trail. You can see as he gets close enough, and your horses come to a stop, you can see that he's following the wagon rut with his stick. He's kind of like tapping the sides of the rut to make sure that he's staying along this trail that just goes through the wilderness.
Sir, are you okay? This is
know.
perhaps not a safe trail for a man lacking in perception.
You give a call out, and his offhand immediately goes to his side where you see there's a scimitar attached or sheathed.
Yeah.
And he calls out and goes, "I'm fine on the road. Who are you?
Oh,
Traveler?"
we're just travelers heading to Fortune, but where are you going?
I'm headed to Stromheim.
That's where we've come from. That's a far way.
It certainly is. 4
What are
days
you
by
doing
my
there?
count.
I was born and raised in Stromheim.
Is it beautiful?
It used to be, is what I hear.
Well, let's say you not being able to see will be an advantage.
Laughs her head.
Listen, friend, there's dark things in the forests along the trail.
I'm not
I hope
afraid
you
of
can
the
use
dark.
that scimitar. Yes, well, it's not the dark, but what's in it?
Well, what are you saying? Are you offering a gentleman a ride to Stromheim?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want to go back to Fortune and wait a week, you can come back with us.
I think not.
Well, maybe you should stop in at the village over the road down there. Find someone to travel with.
You have a lot of consideration for a stranger. What is your name, sir?
Luther,
Luther. It's a pleasure to meet you.
and you, what's your name?
My name is Lee.
Well, nice to meet you, Lee. Good luck. I bring my horse close to him, put a hand on his shoulder.
He sort of flinches at the unexpected touch, but doesn't, react more than that. His left hand stays on the side of his, on the hilt of his sword.
Be safe, Lee. And then I kick my horse and move on.
All right. The party can pass the guy on the road who waits
If we
for
were
you all to
alone,
leave.
we probably would have robbed him. But I
The
can't
poor
rob
blind
him with
man.
these guys here. Yeah,
No.
we've
Come
done
on.
worse.
We're literally loaded. How much money is this guy gonna have?
We're not loaded anymore. We're near broke.
He says with hundreds of gold in his pockets.
Yeah, we got to get more. But we're not robbing him. But
Not
again,
this
I'm not
one
past
old dude.
robbing a blind man.
Sure.
We continue.
Yeah, a rich blind man, perhaps. But a rich blind man would not be walking to
That's
Stromheim.
true. Yeah, you're right. That's true.
All right.
it
Sounds like
moving.
you're not too interested in the blind man or these villages. So I'll just say you pass a few more trails that lead off into the plains towards villages. You will pass one more of these sort of knights who rides out to greet you from their village. and just say hello
Who's
to
he?
the travelers on the road. This is
Another Drakissian.
Does he say like these are my lands too?
This is another knight. His name is Saul. He has a different shield. This one is it looks like, it's just got a blue, a yellow, and a white stripe across the front of it. And he doesn't do
Nice.
like these are my lands, blah blah blah. He just rides out and says like, greetings travelers.
I'll
How are you
ask him.
doing? Have you seen anything strange?
Now, whose lands are we in?
You are on my lands. I'm Kel Saul, the owner of these. He has also a Drakissian accent.
Well, nice to meet you, Cal Sol. We're heading through to Fortune, but we're
You're a lot
appreciative
nicer than that other guy.
of your security.
Safe travels. This place is the lands here are vast. The distance is great. The troubles many. Peace be with you.
And with you?
Yep.
He's
And he'll
wearing plate mail.
just a breastplate and a shield. It's not the full-fledged tons of plate. Yep. And he'll leave. Just a little quick meet and greet. Just check out the roads, make sure that there ain't no strangers or thieves. He'll give you all like the look up and down. He sees that you've got a couple of bodyguards and a young woman with you. It's a weird mix. Your
Bit of an odd
party of
mix.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that guy's flag wasn't as cool as the first guy, though.
No, I don't think his family could afford an artist. They just said, let's slap some fucking colors and call it a day.
Yeah.
Uh,
all right. Well, before
I take
too
note
long,
of his lands
Oh, yeah?
because we need to rob him one day.
Well, there's a bunch of villages. There's signposts telling you where you can find other villages. It's like a little roadmap of treasure over here.
Yeah.
They've done the work for us.
That's
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could just rob one of these keeps instead of robbing Count Vicious's tomb.
Actually,
And-
yeah. Well,
and
let's
just lie.
let's see what's up there, but we might, yeah.
Yeah. You let me know, Neil, when we see William's glorious flag flying on the horizon, which
Well,
I'm putting it in chat there for you so you can remember.
Thank you. You do see the Mesa of Fortune and the City of Fortune in the distance, well before you get to it.
Yeah.
The castle is built on a raised, flat section of ground, which elevates it above everything else, and then it has its walls above that, and there's smoke rising from the town of the the cook fires and the forges and all of the things you need fire for out there. So you can see Fortune from a long way off, but at this time of year, where it's real dark, real early, you gauge that you're not quite going to be able to make it to Fortune before the sun sets.
No, fuck.
Classic.
Is there another village that we pass after this realization?
You'd have to turn back to get to a village. Like, you can see one behind you a mile. You can't tell if there's anything closer to Fortune.
Well, I'm all for riding back on ourselves a mile to stay in town rather than have to camp out.
I agree.
All right. You head back to a village.
Might even be able to rob him.
Last village. You can head into town, and sure enough, there's like a quaint little tavern in here. There's a bunch of folks standing around as they, watching you, stopping their activities as the 5 of you ride in, and then before they continue talking to one another. This village, the heart of the village has these boardwalks that lift everything up a few feet off the ground to kind of keep the dust out of people's clothes and give you something nice to walk on. There's lots of horse droppings all over the place. The village is maybe, 130 buildings, maybe 700 people total. A couple of
Nice, okay.
farms. Yeah, not much going on. You can ride up to the tavern, hop off your horses. There's some hitching posts for you, and you can stroll on in. There is a
Yeah, we make
sign
sure
that
that-
Luther can read
Kitchens.
that says rooms for let.
Make sure the horses get some food this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Reach will take care of the horses for you.
Good.
These goddamn Drakissians moving into our land.
He says as we enter the tavern. I
Are there
catch
any?
I look at the glances. Is there support for this thought, or
Which type of tavern are we in?
People sort of take a look over. Goddamn Drakissian's moving onto our lands. And then people just don't really give a shit. And they kind of go back
they're
to
not
what they're
before.
doing. Yeah, it's a quiet tavern. There's no bards here. There's no live entertainment. There's a big hearth with a bunch of wood being put in, but like
I mean,
the drafty
this looks
nature of the
great.
construction really means that the heat isn't warming the place as much as you'd like. The building here is kind of crap. Like, you know.
Listen, Neil, slag off your own country, okay? You leave the quality of our Eridonian buildings out of this.
I'm telling you, it's a real drafty building, and not like the ones you got in Stromheim, which button up
okay.
nice.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Okay,
we are
as
in
we
the
get
Bernies,
as we get in there, I say to my party, I say, take a load off, guys. It's been a few days traveling. Get some seats. I'll go and get us some drinks.
Yep, they'll gather around.
Is it cheap to
grab
stay
some
here?
seats. You go ask the innkeeper?
Yeah, because I want to. We might actually make them stay here instead than hosting them in the fucking city.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
I mean-
it's a silver a night to stay, and it's a silver a day for food. So it is cheap.
It does mean that if we are fleeing the city, we don't have to get them first. We can flee out of the city and then pick them up here. So
Yeah, and they'll never know. I think they should stay here. It'll be more economical. They're less out of our fucking way.
all right, well let's
Yeah.
have a drink tonight, and we can tell them in the morning that they're staying. I go up to the bar, Neil, to go and get the drinks.
Yeah. Drinks
And I
are
will
cheap.
converse with the bartender / people who are at the bar. Mm-hmm. So 5 beers, please. Barkeep.
Don't got beer, just brandy.
Oh shit.
My kind of fucking
Okay.
bar.
All right then. 10 brandies.
He'll pour you out 10 brandies.
So, how's the road to fortune from here?
Should be fine. As long as there hasn't been a rainstorm, and I don't think there has been. He kind of
Fantastic. And
looks out the window at the dismally gray sky. It was like overcast last night. It's still overcast today.
when the new lords and ladies from Drekis took over, they treat you all right? That no one, like I can tell you're from Eridon. Mm-hmm. It's all
Well,
been okay.
There was some fighting. Wasn't too bad. They came on in. They're in charge now. And aside from a few quirks and whatnots, I think they're mostly content to keep to themselves.
Ask him what happened to the old count.
Yeah. So has it been okay in fortune?
Shrugs, I suppose. Don't ever go out to the city myself.
What was there a siege, or what happened to Vicious?
That guy? I don't know.
I
That's weird.
think they're all
What do you mean?
charmed.
Well, I don't know. I mean, go back a couple of years, he was trying to knock down the walls of Stromheim.
No, he wasn't. What are you talking
Oh.
about?
Is that? It's not known that he was in charge of the skeleton army. Okay. So I said that out of character. I retract that statement if that's not something that was known. So what? He just disappeared? Fled, maybe?
No. Eridonians came in, killed him, took over. Just conquered
they
the whole
killed-
area.
But like
Wait,
with an
I just
army?
want to
or-
have an out of character knowledge. He was behind the fucking skeleton army at Stromheim.
Yeah.
I think
was.
that's what MrMouton and Greenzerg think, but
Yeah, but
that's
in
not been
character,
shown
nobody knows
in
that.
any campaign
okay.
anywhere. Like that is
Okay.
pure fan speculation.
Yeah,
Pure
fine.
speculation, got it.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, but like, was it an army, or was he just gone one day? Like, did they send an assassin or something?
Do I look like I'm sitting in Fortune paying attention to these things? No, some dude showed up. I heard that there was fighting. There were some fires that you could see from the city over here, and a bunch of smoke rising. And, a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, actually, some new fellows showed up in town, said he was the new Baron. And, no one had much to say about it since the previous Baron had died. And, well,
That's it. We didn't put up a better fight than that. We should be ashamed of ourselves. Our great country has gone to the dogs.
you want to go fight him?
I don't even know who he is. He's probably just some stupid old guy.
There's no goddamn pride in this country.
The guy
Yeah.
shrugs. I mean, who cares who sits on the chair and you pay your taxes to? right? You're gonna pay your taxes to someone. Doesn't matter if they're Eridonian or Drakissian or Matavan or Akubin.
Well, yeah,
like,
but I'd rather that money get spent here so we could get some real fucking roads instead of sending it all back to Drakus.
drugs.
No,
Listen,
my
kid.
God, we gotta start a revolution.
I'm not very
Nick.
politically minded. As long as they stay out of my business, the high lords and ladies can do whatever they want.
Tell them what we think about centrist, Nick.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you? I say to the guy next to me on the bar.
The guy looks at you and shrugs and goes, I don't know.
Whatever. Give me-
They're not too
give me-
bad.
Have you got a tray for the drinks?
He shakes his head.
I ferry the brandy like back and forth 3 times to the table.
I'll help you.
Okay, I can sit down.
The drinks get set down. Angela takes a sip of brandy and immediately spits it out and like sets the drink and pushes it away from her. That's gross.
Don't be like that, Angelica. You've got to lean into it.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah, it tastes like shit for a couple of years, and then after that,
Why would you drink
You know what?
shit willingly?
why do you think?
Shit.
To get drunk.
That's what everyone says.
She'll try it again and make a face, but swallow it.
Should we
There you go.
take her to Fortune?
Yeah, I think we should take out
I
to
think we
Fortune.
should, yeah.
So, as the night goes on, I say to our gods, Reach, Jung, thanks for helping us on the journey so far. Come tomorrow, we're going to head on to Fortune and then past there. We're going to leave you guys here, take a week, and we'll leave you some coin. Have a nice time. We'll pick you back up on the way back.
That's it.
That's it. Well, halfway. Take a break. Gather your strength.
You just need bodyguards to get here. Okay.
I thought that's what we agreed. Why? What did you think we were doing?
I don't know. I heard you were going to Fortune and beyond, and here we are stopping before it. You taking the girl?
Yeah,
They say
we're taking the
talking
girl.
to her about her like she's not here. You
You
selling
know
her?
how things are. No. She's a guide.
No, guys, she'll be bringing us back.
We've got some business in and around Fortune, and we figured that you guys didn't want to get caught up in that.
They nod. Yeah.
All right.
All
Pay
right.
your rooms. Give you a little extra for fun time around here.
They
We'll be
look
back in a week.
dismally around at what could possibly fun time mean.
I hope you like brandy.
It'll do.
All right, cool. Well, cheers.
They'll clink some glasses and relax into their chairs.
Yeah, all right.
Can't have them fucking up our heist.
Later on, though, when we're drunk, I lean into a pigeon and I say, "But what if, what if we end up in a fight down there? Maybe we could use them."
They're not gonna want to help us, man. They want to help us move some fucking lectern. You can talk to them while you're drunk, I guess, and see if they want to, have ambitions and get some fucking money.
Let's check it out first. We can always come back and get them.
Right on. That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, the little Podunk village and the little Podunk tavern serve nicely as a place. After you have a couple brandies, you stop really noticing the draftiness of the room. The fire kind of warms you from a distance. And soon enough, everyone can turn into bed. It's a silver a person. It's part of your expenses, so don't worry about it. But it's nice and cheap. They're happy
Lovely.
for the business. And everyone can settle down for the night.
I want to do. Is it like a big room? How does it work here?
There is a large, it's just the common room where they move tables and chairs and they bring out some blankets and pillows.
We're gonna do watches because I don't want my shit fucking taken.
Okay. Watches can be maintained. There's one other person who's staying in the tavern with you, and they just kind of curl up on their own and keep to themselves. No crime to be had here. Nice, peaceful little
Yeah.
place out in the boonies.
Good.
Yeah. You wake up the next day feeling far more refreshed than you did the previous day when you slept in that abandoned village.
Mm.
Actually rested, not too terribly hungover. The brandy wasn't very strong. You can pack up your stuff and head to Fortune with Angela in tow. Yeah,
Alright.
in tow.
Fantastic. Okay, should be close.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
All right. We're going to take one more break, and we'll be back on the other side with some more Hardly Heroes.
All right.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, morning comes. You leave your friends behind. You take Angelica, and the three of you head for Fortune.
That's right.
Excellent. Well, it's not that far down the road. Only takes you a couple hours to get there. And soon the city sprawls before you. Big wall wrapping around it, mesa on the backside, big honking gates opening into the
mesa means hill.
Like a flat top, like a table, like just a. You don't have mesas in the UK.
Like a raised, kind of flat column, almost like a natural column.
Not quite a column. I'm gonna give you an image. I'm just gonna put it in the game so other people who don't have geographies can see.
Sorry, I do have geography. Like, we have geography outside of America, just so you know.
Yeah, but like...
Not the greatest, though.
It's a pretty flat zone. So this is a mesa, where it's sort of...
This is what I meant by column, but yeah.
Yeah. It rises up, and then it's flat on top.
Yeah, okay.
Cool. You get to Fortune. You get to the walls, the big stone walls that wrap around the city. You can see the mesa on the other side because you're coming in from the west. The mesa's on the east side of the city. There's a castle up there as well. And yeah, welcome to the city. The gate is shut though.
Do we
stand
see
outside?
Lord William Marshall's marvelous flag?
Yeah, you could probably see that there are banners hung, but in the still air, they're just kind of limp and
Limp like Marshall.
yeah,
Just
just
is.
impotently hanging there.
Okay. All right, well, we ride up to the gate. What's our story here? Do we need a story? Do we need a story? I say to Angelica.
No, wait.
She looks at you and shrugs and says, "I don't know. People don't usually come here. I think they'll just
Did you
answer
ever
the
work in
gate."
the castle?
Shakes her head.
She's gonna be fucking useless.
All right, I'll handle it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We got gems to sell.
Someone comes and peers over the wall down at you and goes, "Visitors, huh?"
Greetings, sir. Yes.
And he ducks his head back over. And a few moments later, a little slot, switch hatch in the gate opens up, and a pair of eyes peer out at you from about the same level that you would be on horseback. So they must be standing on something. And they give a little holler. "What do you want?" It's wintertime. Cities are usually closed.
I ride a bit closer so it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I say, "Oh, you closed the city? I didn't know that. We're looking to set up a trade route between here and Stormgate. We sell gems."
I don't see any trade. Good. Gems, huh?
That's right. Well, I don't have my wares with me, just a few samples.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the rich Jacrisians are here, I figured there might be more appetite for gems here than there had been in the past.
The
Did
head
you lie about
nods.
Stormgate, or did you mean to say Stromheim?
I meant to say Stromheim, yeah, sorry.
Okay. And are their accents Dracissian, or are they...
This is a
Or not,
Eridonian country folk accent.
Got it.
Yeah.
The eyes go back and forth between the three of you. "Well, there ain't no rule about you got coming in. Just don't often get travelers this time of year. What made you decide to come this time? It's cold out."
Not
I
for
shrug.
us.
Well,
We're
fine.
used to it here.
All right. And the hatch goes, zhoosh, shuts. And a few moments later, the gates pull open. And as the three of you are able to finally ride in, you are fairly quickly mobbed by a group of people willing to sell you anything. "Wine? Would you like wine? Wine?" Someone else is like, "Woolen wares. We've got the finest woolen socks and cloaks." And there's like a little throng of maybe 8 different merchants, each with like an assistant carrying goods with them,
What our
gathering
country's
around
been
your
turned
horses.
into.
I flick open my cloak to show my scabbard. Mm-hmm. And I say, "Shoo, leave us alone."
they give you a couple of feet, but they plod alongside, being like, "Come on, sir, certainly you would like some wine. Fortune's wine is fabulous. It's well known throughout the lands." Someone else is like, "He doesn't want wine. Look, he's so weary from the road. How about a nice young woman? Good curves. She'll keep your bed nice and warm on this winter night." And someone else is like, "No, nonsense. The wool, Fortune wool, is the best. It's waterproof. It's resilient."
We'll be heading to a tavern, and we'll partake of the wine and gals there. I won't be buying these things off the street like a ruffian.
Nonsense! This is the best way to get these deals. They're twice as expensive in the stores.
Angelica, where did you say we were going?
She points, like, just on the other side of the road that wraps on the inside of the wall. There's, like, a nice little 2-story inn and tavern.
Yeah, well, we head there, ignoring these peddlers.
Yeah, you head on over. Similar to a couple of the village that you've been through, there's a bit of a raised boardwalk.
Wait, we want to go to the nice inn. The noble inn, right, Nick?
Yeah,
That's what you wanted? Yeah.
Well, no, I think we should keep a low profile for now and maybe move to that later.
Oh, okay.
I think, yeah.
Well, you can get here.
Yeah.
Someone will come out to take your horses. A young lad.
No, hold on. I want to go to the noble inn because if we're gem traders right now, right? That's where we'd be going.
Okay, sure.
We got the wares to go.
You're just looking to rob some people, but okay.
Well, no. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that.
That's fine. No, you're right. Let's go to the rich inn. It's not necessarily the noble inn, but just the rich inn.
The rich
good
inn. The good part of
Angelica, this is a bit cheap. We've got more coin than this. Is there somewhere a bit nicer?
Pauses. She thinks. I don't think so.
Is there like a street peddler? Yeah.
I shout over to one of the peddlers. 2 silver to whoever can show me the nicest inn in town.
There's a bit of an elbow contest to get up to, but one person makes up to you first. Middle-aged man with a bald spot on his head, who's got like a pair of woolen socks in his hand that he's trying to sell you, and goes, sir, the best inn in town is certainly not this one. This one's fine for up-and-coming travelers, but if you want the finest inn in town, let me show you the way. Please, I'd be happy to take you there myself.
Then lead, and we shall trot along behind this guy.
He hands out his palm for a pair of silver.
I give him 1 silver for now. The
He'll
other one we
take
get
it.
there.
He'll happily lead you through the streets. The small mob of wares peddlers will follow behind you from 20 feet or so, but still wait for the opportunity to there's someone else in town who gem merchants. My God, we could make a fortune here. So they
oh God,
follow
they're
from a
fucking
distance.
Blabbing their mouths already.
Yeah.
You will be brought deep into the city. Now, Fortune has some stone streets, some dirt streets, not a lot in the way of trees or grass. It has sort of a heavy smell to the place, like the little bit of industry that's here, the leather working especially, sort of creates this scent of you got to use a lot of like harsh chemicals to do leather working, and so there's kind of this gross, nasty, it smells like piss everywhere. It smells like urea everywhere, and there's also some like a smell of sulfur in the air. You can pass a Smith Street where there's a bunch of smelting going on, and the smelting, there's a lot of sulfur in the rocks around here, so there's kind of this gross heavy smell and a low hanging smog that kind of covers the base of the town. And this guy, this merchant, this wool merchant will bring you deep into the city, not quite up against the mesa, which marks 3/4 of the way through town, but about halfway towards the town. And he'll bring you to a small inn. It's not 2 stories, it's a single story, but it has like a little wrought brass fence that goes around it, with like a little sort of courtyard with a little bit of green grass and a couple of trees.
Lovely.
And then
Sounds
there's like
great.
a little fountain, and then beyond the fountain there's like a walkway that goes into what looks like maybe a little tea house. It's a very small place, and there's a guard on the gate. standing on the outside. And the sock merchant
This will do
hold
nicely.
out his hand for the other coin.
I hand him the other coin.
Excellent. Now, well, as long as you're here, maybe you'd like to partake in some woolen wares. We've got the finest sheets you'll ever get.
Do you have some on you?
He snaps to his assistant, who like pulls out or moves a bag across their hip, and he'll pull out like a sample of cloth, not a full-fledged sheet, but maybe a yard by yard, and he'll hand it over to you.
I was quite cold on the journey over here. Perhaps you could make me a riding cloak.
More than happy, sir. If you would just stand by your horse, I'll get a quick measurement of your height. And do you like your cloaks flowing long, or for that regal, beautiful look, or do you prefer a short, practical cloak?
Short and practical, I think. I stand next to the horse.
Excellent. Yeah, so we'll do a quick
say
hand.
out loud, kind of loudly, but not I'm trying to seem loudly.
You take platinum, yes?
Of course, sir. All coins are taken.
Nice.
Yep, he'll do some measurements. He'll ask if you want anything, MrMouton.
No.
Socks? Oh, a nice
I
cap.
doth not need anything.
Some fine woolen slippers. You know those cold stone floors.
No, my mama and papa have everything.
Pigeon says, acting.
Of course. Good,
Perfect.
sir. He'll send his assistant off to get you the cloak. The guard at the gate kind of looks over the three of you. Angelica looks pretty gross and dirty. She looks like, a street beggar. The two of you look quite a bit better, but also, you don't look like fancy pansies.
Yeah. As the guy runs off to get the cloak, I'll go up to the guard on the gate. And I'll say, greetings, friend. I can see you casting askance glances at us. It's been a tough few days on the road, and we'd be sure like to partake of a clean room and something to wash with.
Gives you the look up and down. Can I see the color of your coin before I let you in?
Of course. Do you
My
prefer gold or
lord.
platinum?
Platinum will do.
I reach into... I show him a bag of platinum coins.
He'll reach a hand in to pluck one out. Because, in the shadows, platinum could look like silver to the unwary eye. He'll pull out a coin, but by the weight alone, he can tell it's platinum. And then he'll rub it between his fingers and hand it back to you.
Okay, good.
And then he'll
He's
open
not
the
taking
gate.
that as a tip.
He's not taking it
Fantastic.
as a tip. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I give him a handful of silver as we go in.
Excellent. He'll take a handful of silver, take it off your sheets. And
Take it off his neck.
Yeah. My sheet went load for some reason.
He
refresh.
will call for a stable boy to come in and take your horses. He'll let you know your horses are going to be a groom. Yes.
Nice.
He'll let you know that your horses are going to be a couple doors down. They don't have a stable here for this little place, but there's there's a bar nearby where they have a contract to stable client horses there. So they're 3 houses down across the street.
So his demeanor of looking down on us goes away as soon as he sees we're rich.
I would not say it goes away. I would say he accepts you, but the demeanor of the wary demeanor of people coming up seems to stay intact. He's not quite bought, but he lets you in, and then he continues to be wary of everything going on
As long
around
as
him.
he's letting us in, that's
Yeah.
That's fine. And is it nice inside? Like it's fancy inside?
Yeah, you can come on in, and this place is nice. It is a little
Silverware?
cold. It's no. It's lots of stonework on the floor and nice stone walls everywhere. A lot of these places are kind of half mud brick, half rock. This is nice worked stone. It's just this little single story thing. It's got a bit of a tea house vibe going on to it. And there are a couple other patrons in here already. People wearing brightly colored cloaks, nice tunics with silver buckles and clasps, little bronze pins and ornaments, bangles that jingle when they move their hands around.
I try and listen if they're talking to try and pick up if they're Drakissian.
Well, they all kind of stop as there's commotion outside and people run and you're getting measured, and then the three of you come in and they all look over at Angelica. You ever watch Aliens? When I talk about Angelica, I'm thinking about Newt from Aliens, the little girl
I
that they
just watched
find.
this the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got that sort of like dirty, gross, I've been hiding in a hole for 6 months vibe around her. And so everyone like looks over at Angelica with this like, oh my God, who let that dying wet rat in our place? And then looks at the two of you with these like, Pigeon with his big bulging eyes, Luther with his big bulging muscles and intimidating presence.
I'm gonna read their lips.
Oh, you don't have to read their lips because someone says, oh, what deer have they brought in here? Oh God.
I can see that you left your manners back in Drekis.
Good sir, you seem to have left your class back in your mama's ass.
Wow. I weigh up
smirk.
slapping this. I weigh up slapping this guy.
Yes.
I take a few steps towards him and would remove my gloves as I walk towards him.
Ooh, he did.
The person kind of moves in their chair to face you a little bit, and as they do so, their elbow brushes their cloak aside, revealing like a nice sword at their side.
Is this guy gonna fucking get it?
This guy's crazy.
Well, this guy.
Perhaps thou should refrain from writing checks that your fists can't cash.
Is this what passes for wit down in the slums? Sir, I do believe you left your fleas outside. Do you want to go collect them?
Well, maybe you could come with me and we can have a talk about it.
Oh my, I think the young lad is challenging me to a duel. Is that what this is?
I don't think you've got the balls for it.
Gentlemen, he gets up from his seat.
He's gonna fucking kill you.
And immediately the other few noble looking fancy people with their jewelry and their nice clothes and their comfy everything, they all kind of get to their feet as the room goes silent. And the man who you've been trading insults with looks at you and says, well, the courtyard's as good a place as any to die.
What?
This guy is going to murder you.
Do you think? He's just some loser.
Can we, isn't there a way to gauge rogues that used to do? No, that was never a thing.
Let's go. We go outside.
All right, good luck.
He will walk outside with you. The courtyard is not grand. It's quite small. There's grass, there's trees, there's a little fountain with a walkway that goes around it. And I don't know, the whole thing is maybe 30 feet by 30 feet. Most of the people kind of stand on the inside under the eaves to watch the battle. They make sure that there's a good distance between them and Pigeon.
Yeah.
And you can see that all these fancy lads and ladies here have appropriately armed sides. And the one gentleman that you've been talking to will walk you out and goes, good sir, I don't think you know me. My name is Anders. Anders of the House Thrace. And your name, sir? So we know what to put on your tombstone.
My name's Luther. I draw my sword and I plunge it into the ground. And I say, no need for anyone to die. Fisticuffs will do.
Oh, I don't think that's how we do things out here, he says as he keeps his sword. He takes his time to draw his arming sword.
How does it
and
look?
levels it in your direction. It's made by a great smith. Yeah, it's fantastic. Could be magical.
Nick, you should not fight this guy. If anything, I should fight this guy.
I have no interest in spilling blood today. If you won't fight in a friendly manner, then I'll call it here.
I'm glad to accept your surrender, he says as he puts his sword back.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Good. Gentlemen, I'm so sorry. There will not be any entertainment for today. And he proceeds to head back towards the inn and then stops and turns back to you and goes, would you like me to have a porter bring your things to your inn? I believe it's by the front gate.
I ignore him. We'll get our own back. We'll rob him before we leave. Fuck this guy.
We'll get him at night.
Yeah, we'll get him. We don't have to kill him. I just steal his sword.
Are
no,
you?
I think we don't kill him, but I think we, stab him a bit, take his sword.
Just stab him up a bit. Yeah.
He's got to lose something.
I
Ooh, sorry.
go back to Angelica and Pigeon. I say, no point to cause too much of a scene.
What's his signet ring on? Which finger?
Left hand.
That's the one we're gonna take.
Yeah.
He can't
The
wear a
hand
signet ring
or the
anymore.
finger? The hand or the ring?
The ring, his finger, and the ring.
Yeah, fuck him. All right, we head back. We head to the room. Fuck this guy.
Wait, we're leaving this place.
No. We head to our room.
Oh
We
well,
get a room now. Yeah.
Yeah, so you go to head back
Okay.
in, and he kind of stands in the doorway and says, "Good sir, please, you're embarrassing yourself. You've lost. Now it's time to run away."
I'm just here to stay the night, my friend.
And there's a
Get out of my
room
way.
out there for people of
brush past
your
him.
class.
Yeah, I go past him.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to make me a strength check here as
Yeah.
you try to push past the gentleman.
He doesn't have his weapon drawn at this moment, does he?
No, he does not.
Yeah.
You blow Pat, he tries to stop you with his shoulder, and you just knock him to the side and
Yeah, that's
move
right.
past him without any problem. And you can hear him say, "Well, I guess out in the southern lands, they don't grow with any sort of humility or hospitality. Good sir, you've lost your duel. It's time to leave. If I have to kick you out by force, I'm more than happy to do it."
I go to the front desk of the inn.
Yeah, there is a woman there
go bitch to the
who
manager.
has big eyes and is looking at you and looking at this other person, and she's like, "I don't want to get killed in this fight." And she's like, "Hi."
Yeah, I'd like 3 rooms, please.
She looks past you, and Pigeon, you can see that this guy is coming up towards Luther from behind. "Sir, it's time
I put my
to go."
hands on my daggers.
I turn around. Listen, buddy. If you don't want to stay in the same inn as me, you're welcome to leave.
Hands, as Pigeon puts hands on daggers, the other this one guy puts his hand back on his sword, and the other people he was chatting with kind of take a few steps back, and the room tenses up and begins to sort of square off a little bit.
I'm in my armor.
These guys aren't wearing any armor.
I say to the woman, "Is there any guards in this town? Because I think we should call them."
She points to the front gate.
You put a hand on him, I'm gonna kill you.
Is he just squaring off at me?
Yep, he's just staring at you with his hand resting on his hilt.
I'll do what every red-blooded Englishman would do in this situation, and I fucking nut him.
I don't know what nut him means.
He's
Cold
squaring
shot
off on my
against the
face.
balls?
I just no.
Oh,
I
okay.
headbutt the ridge of his nose.
Go
That's a
ahead
sugar. I'm
and
surprised.
make me roll to hit.
Fuck this guy. I mean, there's only so much a man can take, you know.
Well, you did-
This guy's a wacko.
You did lose the duel. Forfeit the
Yeah,
duel.
but he forfeited, but he didn't. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
but he had
It
his.
wasn't a duel to stay here.
There was
Oh,
no terms.
I
to
hear
stay.
you.
I hear you. Yeah.
That's what I'm not taking any sides here.
100%.
Right?
Okay.
A 12 will do. You smash him in the face with your forehead, and he'll do a bit of a stumble back. And I think
What's the damage on this?
I'm just going to use the player's handbook unarmed brawling rules,
Yeah.
and it'll give you a damage and some other rolls to make.
This guy's gonna fucking die if he
Oh,
doesn't.
what's
Because
my
this is
HP?
a very.
You know? Is
I
it-
think
would I have
hold on.
I wouldn't have recovered. Because I took damage.
You would have recovered 2
I not?
HP since whatever happened.
Okay.
Because this is a bad age where classism is not. It's not classism. It is the social order, and these
Yeah.
people are, in their minds, and you would understand this. They are rightly defending a place of honor from someone who doesn't deserve to be there. So, in their minds, they're on the side of right, which is always a dangerous thing. You will hit him for 1 point of damage and a 10% KO chance when you smash him in the head
That's
with
good,
your
Nick.
skull.
You always
Yeah.
roll low.
All
Yeah,
right,
roll me a
I'm rolling.
D100. Roll a 10 or less.
Oof.
Not quite. You crack him on the nose. It splits. He gasps for air as the pain climbs up his temple. And we should now roll initiative.
How do I
'Cause I-
roll in and like if I is he drawing his sword?
Well,
Because
you need to declare your action because what happened? Nick hit him in the head.
Yeah.
Initiative is happening. If you're not drawing your weapons, like if you're waiting the round to see what happens, then that's what goes.
Yeah.
That's what goes down.
I roll initiative to throw a punch. Is that speed 2 or 3?
2.
I'm just gonna
Is
roll
this
dagger
fair?
initiative.
Can I go at the end of the round? If he pulls his sword, I'm gonna throw my dagger. If he doesn't, I'm gonna do nothing.
If you beat him in initiative, you can ready an action for these things. Yeah.
4.
All right. You get a 4. Nick gets an 8.
We're not gonna kill him. We're just gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you think
We'll
you're gonna
get
be
him
able to
to where
stay in an inn after you stab some people here?
He did this.
Sure.
If
Yeah.
he draws his sword, then it's on him.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely certain that's how the social rules work here too.
I agree.
Well,
Okay.
if we kick
Oof.
the shit out of him and get kicked out, then so be it.
Eh.
Okay, Mr. Moon, you are first. You get your hands on your daggers and draw them. Sounds like, but not throw them.
Yeah, I have my daggers out and I'm ready
Well, no,
to.
he's like a Wild West gunslinger. It's still in his sheath, but he's ready to throw it at a moment's
Okay.
Is
notice.
that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So you got your hands on your daggers. They're ready to go, but they haven't
Right.
happened yet. Nick, you will actually go before any of these other people in the room who have all rolled badly.
They're all gonna fucking attack us.
Well, they're all rolling into initiative
Well,
What that means
I take
is-
a swing. I take a swing at this guy.
with the fists. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
15.
Wham!
all
You smack him with a nice kidney punch for another point of damage.
Knockout would be good, Nick.
Can we see his token? His health bar? Or not?
I can get us some tokens for this guy.
Yeah, I'm on. I did take damage because that guy stabbed me in the back, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's okay. Sorry. So you wouldn't have gained any HP from that incident. You would have only gained HP from your time in the city. Tokens are taking a while to load. Let me find one the old-fashioned way.
You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Are they? Are they really ridiculous? They're keeping the riffraff out of their tavern. You are the
No, I
riffraff.
hear him. Yeah.
Why are we the riffraff? We've got more money than these fuckers.
Probably have more
Because
money than I'm on them right now.
riffraff isn't about money; it's about class, sir,
We
which
own
you have
goddamn
none.
land. We have land.
That's very American of you to think that riffraff has to do with your monetary amount.
True.
You know, you lost a king because he wanted to date a woman who was divorced. It had nothing to do with money.
Which king?
The last queen's uncle, who was king before he abdicated because he
Sure.
wanted to marry an American woman.
I was gonna
Because-
say it's not just because she was divorced, mate. It's because she was American.
It's also because she was a divorcee. That was a huge
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
it, according
Yeah,
to the
no, I know.
crown.
No.
The
I can't
bartender needs to
believe
pull
these
out a
guys.
crossbow.
Yeah. This is ridiculous.
I mean, you are disrupting the social order.
The
What'd you
second punch was a little
expect?
out of line, Nick. I won't lie. You know.
The second
this-
punch.
Yeah, that's aggressive.
Okay.
I just headbutted him.
So this is the guy. These are the others that are hanging around. And this person has that, and you have hit him twice. For that.
Oh, he's a
we're going.
fucking
Never mind, we'll just murder 'em
loser.
all. Easy.
All right.
Makes it a lot easier, actually.
The kidney punch that you throw also has a 5% KO.
Do I not get strength bonus to these damages? Because I've got 16 strength, so I should be getting a +1 damage.
Fair.
Strength bonus does apply. Yes.
Okay.
What's your another 2 damage then?
Yeah.
Okay, that might actually save it. 5%
All right.
chance.
5% chance of KO. Roll it.
Nope.
Ah, no good. This person, sword is out.
Oh, they're dead.
And with a dip and then a thrust.
Well, no, because Pigeon throws a dagger in his back first.
I guess Pigeon can throw one of his 2 daggers. Go.
All right, I'm throwing the magic dagger at him.
Whoosh.
20.
Hit. Roll me a
For 2
d4.
plus whatever.
It does not quite kill the gentleman.
Good.
And this is going as he thrusts his sword into Luther's body. Maybe. Does a 16 hit you?
Yeah.
Right. For 7 points of damage as the arming sword finds a spot where your leather armor sews up, cuts between it, digs deep into your body, and he gives like a oh as the dagger hits him in the back. And the other 2 of the other nearby patrons will draw their weapons and descend upon Pigeon.
I have another attack.
You do, but
these guys?
missile
I'll
weapons
wait.
happen at the end of the round. So our second
Yeah,
attacks happen at the end of the round. We're gonna get a 13 and a 14 against Pigeon.
Do they? They'll both will miss, but I have 2 attacks because I do offhand, main hand.
Yeah, but
that
you're
should happen
throwing
in the same-
daggers, so when they're
100%,
thrown,
yeah.
yeah, the 13 and the 14 they come at Pigeon, and Pigeon ducks. He dives, he weaves. One of the blows lands against his armor for no damage whatsoever, and the last person will join the fray.
That's a wizard.
She gets up. She will pull a dagger from a place where it sits at her thigh and take a step towards Luther. From the side towards Luther. Dagger out. Goes to stab.
What's wrong with these people?
A 15 to hit.
Yep.
That'll do it for 4 damage. Good job, lady.
It's fine, Nick.
Another dagger in your side. By now, the woman who's at the bar, this person isn't participating. The woman not at the bar, at the hostess, she starts shouting for the gate guard. She starts calling, Hank! Hank! Break it up! And he starts, barging in through the gate, coming on in, and yells as he draws his broadsword, Everyone put your weapons down! Put them down!
I haven't got any weapons.
I take my.
You have your
Shouldn't he have to roll into initiative? Shouldn't he have to roll in before he comes in and does all that?
That's probably true. I think you get your second attack off before he does. I was going to have it be an end of round
Okay.
action. Go ahead and throw. Or
I'm
stab.
gonna grab my magic dagger out of this guy's back, and can I just is it?
There's people
possible-
in melee range with you. You're not going to be able to grab your dagger out of this guy's back. And that would also not be dual wielding. That would be a separate action altogether. You can throw a second dagger, but you're in melee range with people, so it will provoke an attack of opportunity. But you can do it because you
Yeah.
got 16 AC, so what do you care?
No, I don't really care.
Yeah.
Is the thing. But basically what I want to do is just go past them. I can take the attack of opportunity, I guess. But I want to be able to cover this guy with my dagger and be like, I'm going to kill you if you don't stop, or if you and your friends don't stop.
You're throwing weapons. You made one missile attack. You want to make a covering. You can't cover unless you've got surprise or something like that. So cover's not going to work already in the middle of a fray. You can just yell at him to stop or you'll kill him. And you can make a missile attack, but you can't make a melee attack.
I'm going to kill him if I throw the fucking dagger.
Well, sometimes...
I'll knock him out with my next punch. Fuck him.
Yeah. Well,
Do you throw? Do you hold?
I'm unsure of where I am on the map. It's not making sense to me when Luther is right next to the guy. He's punching him, and I just threw a dagger at him, and then these people are over here. So can we just reorient?
Yeah, I'm
going
to do a quick little map. So where is? All right. So if we look in the upper right corner again.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do out. This black line is sort of like the gate and the courtyard that was out here. And then there was the fountain in the middle. Actually, we're gonna have to move all of this stuff to the left. And then we have a building that sits in here. Something like this. With a main entry room. It's brown as an ugly brown. Something a little bit lighter and easier to see. There we go. And so the party's sort of in this main entry room. There's a little door here and a door here that lead into other areas. There is the hostess counter back over here. And then there were like tables where people were sitting. And so Luther, our map is maybe a little bit too small for us. Luther was over here. I think Pigeon was near him somewhere. And then Angelica is just getting the fuck out of everything. I'm gonna take off your AC markers just so we can see.
Yeah, it's
Opens a
fine.
little better. And then this gentleman has been fighting with Luther. And these other two went to fight Pigeon. And I think Pigeon, since you were throwing at this guy, you needed like a few feet of range and a good spot to throw at him. And then these people came to meet you. I guess you're
Okay.
at the threshold
making a
or
bit
slightly
more
outside.
sense.
Yeah. And they would have come out here like this. And this other woman has come from the side of Luther.
Is she wearing like a dress?
Yeah, she's wearing like nice fancy clothes and a dagger strapped to her thigh, apparently.
Jesus Christ.
All right, I'm gonna make a called dagger shot at his hand with the sword.
This guy's hand with the sword?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Very
Go ahead and make me an attack at -6.
Just take 6 off this. So
Ooh,
6.
whoosh, flies over him.
Is it called shot
misses.
4?
It's 4 to 8, depending on the strength of the called shot.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Hand is a
All
little
right.
bit hard to hit. Yeah. And this at this point is when the guard starts coming and tells everyone to throw down their weapons. And Luther says, "I'm not wielding any weapons."
Yeah.
I'll put my dagger. Well, I guess I just threw it, so I have no weapons. I'll put my hands up and walk over to grab my dagger.
Okay. Yeah, everyone will sort of square off. They'll stop. The guard's just shouting for an end. This gentleman here says, "I demand satisfaction. Get this low-down, worthless vermin from my eyes." And the bodyguard, the inn guard, with his broadsword out, looks across everyone and looks towards Luther and goes, "You got to go, buddy. These are long-term customers. If I got to pick between the new guy and the good business, I pick the good business."
Well, you can certainly see what counts for hospitality in this town. I'll leave.
Okay.
The guy who was saying this, does he look on death's door? Like, is his face fucked up? His nose is bleeding.
You
He's like
cracked
holding
him over
his
the
kidney.
Yeah, you cracked him over the face, you hit him in the side, and now he's also got like a dagger that's thrust in his back.
Oh, we need to get the dagger back.
I get my dagger back.
Well, how do you get your dagger back? That's not a given. Like, you hit him with it.
I'm gonna tell the guard that I need my daggers back.
I do believe possession is 9/10 of the law, and my back presently owns your dagger. I'll take it as payment for your crimes.
I pull out of his back, Neil. He's right next to me.
Do you just like teleport to his back and pull it out? Like, if you go to close that distance, you are instigating fight. Like, that is more initiative rounds.
I meant while I was still here, but if
When
you're
he was
saying
still
I'm already
there.
moved.
Yeah, but like, he's not turning his back to you so you can pluck it out easily. This is you guys were about to kill each other. There is no, I grab something off of his back calmly.
All right, so
without
I just
threat.
want it for the future for everybody to remember this, because it seems really bullshit that this guy has the dagger in his back, and it doesn't fall to the ground. Nobody can grab it, or anything
Wait,
like
it's a
that.
dagger of returning.
That's
No, it's
not.
not. It's not what it is.
Oh. Oh.
So this normally when we get into a combat situation, you usually
Yeah.
kill all your enemies and then it's very easy to pick up your stuff. But now you've thrown
Yeah.
a magic dagger and the fight is ending and the dagger's on the enemy side of things. If you
The
were
last
to
time I threw the dagger, you said that it dropped to the side, so I'm just a little confused. If that makes
you
sense.
said it was sticking in his back. You were the one who made that call and I
I don't
went
think
with
I ever
it.
said it was in his back. I think
You
I said
did.
I threw the dagger at him.
You said he's standing there with this dagger sticking out of his back and I rolled with that
Okay, if
that
I said that,
description.
That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm gonna go in and get my dagger,
He's got a weapon out. How do you go in to get your dagger?
I tell the guard I want my dagger back. What does he say? He doesn't say anything.
The guy with who you have thrown the dagger at said he's going to accept this as payment for your crimes, which is
Yeah,
the
there
statement.
were no crimes. I'm gonna come get my dagger back.
And I will.
He
walk
levels
forward
the
into-
sword in your direction. He is readying an attack if you close towards him.
I take a look back towards the guard. What's he doing?
Dude, you should just go. Don't make this any worse.
Okay, I'm just gonna stalk him and kill him after this all ends. So I leave.
Luther,
Okay.
I'm gonna stick around here and I'm gonna get my shit.
Yep. All right.
All right. The
Come on,
two of you
Angelica.
head back out. Angelica comes out of some bushes. The folks on the inside keep their guard up and their weapons out until you're on the other side of the gate.
This was insane.
Yes. This was a difficult situation. Party on the outside of the gate. Angelica looks over at the two of you and goes, I don't know why you wanted to go there.
Me neither.
Well, I gotta stick around here to get my dagger back, so
We'll go back to the inn by the gate, the first one.
I'll meet you back there.
All right,
Go.
we're going to take the horses.
Go back and get your horses. Pigeon, you're on the
I'll
outside of the
Wait,
gate.
before we leave, I say to the guard, no offense, buddy, but I need my silver back.
He just stares at you. He's not giving you his silver back.
Crooks. And then I leave.
Pigeon, you stand on the outside of the gates, and
I go
they can
and
see you
find-
watching from the outside of the gate, and you can see them like looking over their injured friend who's trying to brush off the blood coming down his nose as not a big deal. And the dagger's still in his back, and he's like, get the doctor first. And so he just kind of like sits there awkwardly as one of these folks heads out one of these doors, disappears on the inside.
I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it back.
That's crazy.
I think I'm just gonna give it up. Yeah.
You can't give it up. It's a magic dagger.
Nick, it's just gonna become a whole thing where we get kicked out of the city and we kill a guy for a magic dagger. It's a +1 or +2. I don't think I can be fucked to give a fuck about this actually.
But it's the best thing we've got.
I agree with you, but I mean, what do you want me to do?
Well, we need to break
You
in
want
at
to go
night
in
and
there and
steal
just
it.
murder him?
No, we break in at night
I
and
don't
steal
know.
it.
I go away. I give it up. There's
Alright.
no. They're just gonna watch me. The guard's gonna be there. I'm gonna get fucking killed. I give it up.
The party heads back to the front gate. Your small retinue of people still trying to sell you things, not concerned at all that you've just been in a fight for your life. Still trying to get you to buy their lovely wares. You head back to the other gate, the other inn. You can get your horses. You can settle in. These people have absolutely no qualms with you being here. They're quite happy
yeah.
with you. Yep.
Quite.
They'll take your money. They'll give you a nice inn, a nice room. It's quite a much bigger place. Yeah, a lot more people, much more cozy.
When we get settled in, Pigeon, that building's single story. It'd be easy to get in there. Get that shit back.
That's fine.
Are you
They're
joking? You remember
probably
what we
no,
went
they're
through for that?
probably gone.
Listen, I think I'm too annoyed right now to play because I don't have time to do a fucking hour-long heist. I think this is a good ending spot.
All right.
If you want to get it back, we can, but I actually think I just don't care. Give it up. It's a
Well,
fucking
I-
throwing dagger. This is gonna happen eventually. Why not now?
Well, I think we
Like-
should end that and come back and
Yeah.
when
Well,
when you're feeling calmer.
I
We'll
don't think
end-
this is gonna keep happening. This is the problem with throwing daggers, and I don't think it's Neil's fault or anything. But I do think that this is a problem with them if they're gonna get stuck and then you're not gonna be able to retrieve
Well,
them.
I guess yeah. Next time, don't throw it unless you intend to kill whoever you throw it at. But
That's kind of fair, but it's gonna
I
happen.
think- well, no,
and
but I
then
think
someone's gonna run away, and then the dagger's gonna be gone. So I'm fine with just not even having it. It's okay. Like truly.
it's not okay. We can't just give up a magic dagger. We should try and get it back. Fuck that.
Why are we gonna compromise our entire heist on one random +2 dagger when we barely got out of this situation and aren't kicked out of the town? We should be grateful of that we weren't kicked out of the city.
Well,
let's just we'll come back to it. I think they'll be there
Sure.
for a while.
okay. We're going to end here. Our party has made it to Fortune. There wasn't a zombie in sight. Angelica is maybe paranoid, maybe lying. Maybe you were just cautious enough that you avoided them. You'll never really know. That's the thing about preventative measures is you can never be certain if they work or if there was never a threat to begin with.
True.
You've made it to Fortune. You've got inside the city walls, posing as gem merchants. Immediately, the local nobility did not take nicely to the new gem merchants. A fight incurred.
Were
Everyone
those guys
walked away
Rakisyan?
alive. No. These
Oh, okay.
were... They were Eridonian.
Eridonian, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
And clearly, you've got these followers who are here trying to sell you things. You've clashed with some of the local nobility, but no one died. So maybe they're satisfied. Like they got to keep their inn. Maybe that's enough for them. Maybe they'll call the town guard after you. Maybe not. Who knows what's going to happen in this city? But like Stromheim, this appears to be a place of rough clientele, hardened people who are not afraid to put up a fight for whatever little pettiness they believe in.
Absolutely. I'd like to say two things. In a real town, if there was a town guard presence to kick us out, they would have been there. Like, I feel like this guy was, he was asking for it. They're the ones that drew weapons. Like, I wasn't fighting with weapons. They were looking to kill over this. So that's on them. I say we fucking
I think that is an extremely fair assessment. I think if they were to give a reply, it would be from their position, you challenged them to a duel and then surrendered the duel and then, started a fight afterwards, which, is so dishonorable as to only be met with violence. Not excusing their actions.
I'm saying they don't have a right to get us kicked out of the town is what I'm saying.
Not by any modern standard, but by a class-based medieval standard. If they are higher ranking socially than you and you're a foreigner, abso-fucking-lutely. They have every right to kick you out of the town.
Well, I don't think they would.
Wow.
They started it.
Base.
I don't think that actually makes a difference. How many times in history has a fancy person started some trouble and then the low-born person taken all the blame for it and gotten fucked by the fancy person?
Yeah, I know that. I'm saying I if he really, really, really wanted to, maybe they could, but I don't think it would be like, oh, kick them out of the town and it's done. I think it'd be more trouble than that for them.
Quite possibly. I'm just trying to emphasize the point that if you're looking for a fair and just world where people are treated with equality and dignity, like you've come to the wrong part of town. This is Fortune. This is a medieval fantasy world. There's not a lot of justice to be found here. There's a lot of class-based expectations and y'all low-born hicks and sons of sluts,
You still can't just go around killing random peasants.
There's usually consequences for killing random peasants. You're right. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they'll if they killed you in the street over nothing, they would probably get some sort of consequences. They might be harsh, they might not be harsh. But also like you definitely can't go starting fights with noblemen. That will get you killed. Their consequences are less than yours.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
The consequences will be higher for him in the end, though, trust me.
I do believe that. I do believe you can't start fights with player characters and expect to survive, but that's a different...
I want to let him go. That dagger is going to be gone no matter what.
What has happened to you, Moot? I cannot believe that you're so easily giving up a magic dagger.
That dagger is going to be a problem in the future. I'm going to throw it at a fucking donkey, and it's going to get stuck in there. The thing's going to run. It's easier for us now if the dagger's fucking gone.
Crazy. You've got Stockholm syndrome. You've been beat down so much that you're just like, fucking take it, Neil. I don't even want it.
Just fucking take it.
Yeah.
Wow. The spookiest thing of all, players giving up magic items on Halloween.
Yeah, that is spooky.
All right. We are out for Hardly Heroes. I think we're going to record another one later this week.
That's Wednesday, right. Yeah, Wednesday, yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got Floating Fortress on Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Are we finding our classes or not? We have to do one more backstory episode.
Just don't worry about it, bro.
God damn it. I want to know.
Are you excited?
I'm excited, yeah.
Are you eager to know?
I'm eager.
Oh, that's great. That's where I want you to be, is happy and chomping at the bit.
There you go. That's me.
All right.
Always.
Well, we're out then. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.
See you later.